spirituality is so intimate, bro. Ni intimate kuliko kitu yote. How you relate with God. So if me and you don't have conversation about God issues, tukipatana tunaongeanga mambo mengine. Nikikuwa Muislamu unataka nikwambie ndio ufanye nini? There is an obsession with wanting to know other people's personal lives.
Yes.
And I think it's really making people sick. A leader is the one who leads his people towards solving problems using creativity. And that's why I don't believe in this mentality of skiza crowd. Skiza crowd. Because we have this thing that has come up in a country where people who are purporting to be leaders are only amplifiers of the problems of the people. I believe in the system of growth. And sometimes in life, you need to discontinue something that you are doing so that you start something afresh. Shida ya inchi, si viongozi. Shida ni Wanjiku. Your life is your responsibility. There is nobody coming to save you.
Before the show starts, I want to let you in on something. Episode 100, 101, and 102 of the Couch Connect podcast is going to be recorded live in the city of Nairobi, the city of Toronto, and the city of Minneapolis. If you'd like to be part of the audience, purchase your ticket now. Find the link in the description to this video below. Enjoy this episode. Do you still go by Jaymo?
Yeah, it's Jaymo Ule Msee, Abdulhakim.
Okay.
Yes.
Abdulhakim.
Yes.
Amir
Maleek, yeah.
Amir Maleek.
Yeah.
Those are like 4 names.
You see, Hakim ni jina ya nini. So lazima uongeze hiyo Abdulhakim. It's like Rahman. Okay. It's the name of Allah.
Okay.
So unaitwa Abdulrahman ama Abdulrahman.
Oh,
you understand?
Okay, I see.
Yes,
so Abdulhakim.
Yeah, it's
okay,
so one name. Yeah, it's one name. Yeah.
And then Maleek?
Yes, Amir Maleek.
Amir is your middle name now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then finishes off with Maleek.
Yeah.
Beautiful, man. Very, you threw that on us and it was very interesting.
Why?
Because it came, I think it came as a surprise. Nobody was expecting that.
Yes. And you see, the journey of spirituality should be very intimate.
Yeah.
Unaona, ni kama venye mazee nimeidu, kuna wasaona Nicolo naambia ati, I never saw this coming. You should have told me. I'm like, bro, atujaiongea story ya God na wewe.
Yes.
Anytime we have met, we have never sat down and said, hey, yaje, nini story ya God, wewe kwa level gani?
Yes.
Kwa nini unafanyaga hivi? Kwa nini unafanyanga hivi? Do we follow the teachings of God? So kama hatujai hiyo conversation, when I'm transitioning or when I've had a new spiritual awakening, mbona unafeel ati uko entitled nafa ningekuchapia kwa Buddha.
Ungeniomba permission.
Kesho naingia Uislamu, sawa uko na heads up, lakini usiambie mtu. That's how wazee, unajua Kenya wazee wako addicted na gossip. Na ina mess wazee wengi sana. We want to know about everything, but we don't want to work on ourselves. So unapata msee anapata fun sana kujua story yako bro. Sana. Lakini yeye he's not working on himself or herself. But ukaenda kwake mkaa na yeye 2 hours, unaweza pata kwa nini media houses are suffering hazina stories. But we have very talented journalists, but wanapozika gossipers. They have not really discovered their talent.
What should that talent be? Knowing how to have conversations with people?
Not knowing is actually, there is an obsession with wanting to know other people's personal lives.
Yes.
And I think it's really making people sick. Actually, naweza sema kuna watu wako na mental health issues because of the so many stories they know about people. Unajua pia ukijua mastori mingi mbaya na gossip, most of the times haikuangi story poa mse. So sitakuja nikwambia ini aje besti yangu Don mazee unajua amegraduate. Besti yangu Don unajua mazee ana nini? Na nimefurahia sana. Nitakuja nikwambia huyo hata mkiona graduate hivyo, huyu jamaa hakuna mahali anaenda. You see how the story is told? So the first one is you're happy that he has achieved a milestone and you know it's going to unlock many doors for him. The second, yes, you know it has imekukata. Because imeawaken your insecurities. Unaona? Na uwezi hide. So ukiambia msee mwingine utamwambia ni aje nani amegrow lakini hakuna mahali anaye. So that we are so negativity may take over society.
Tunachimbiana.
Unaona? Yes. Even families. You see mtoi wangu yako ukiona progress haufurahi. Unaona? Unaomba hata kama ameenda kampo si aende tu kwa apige madawa za kulevya kuja kama amejiwaste.
Yeah.
Ndio aone hakuna mahali wanaweza enda. So those things, our consumption of negative news has also affected us.
Yeah.
Because even if you look at the media, when is the last time uliingia kwa TV ukapata news zimefunguliwa, then the anchors are so happy to broadcast something about Kenya?
Ngumu sana.
Unaona, na si ati hakuna vitu mzuri happen, and you can't blame the media. Do you know who you need to blame? Is the people, because people loves consuming negative news.
That's what they're looking for.
More than positive news. And it's a conditioning may happen. Yeah.
Jaymo Abdulhakim Amir Maleek.
Yes.
Did I get correct?
Yes, you got
Jaymo Ule Msee. Is Ule Msee still there?
Yes, Ule Msee.
Okay, cool. So let's do it again. So Jaymo Ule Msee, Abdulhakim Amir Maleek.
Yes, correct.
You are the next senator of the city of Nairobi.
Yes,
The reason why I'm saying this is because people are used to hearing bad stories about people's lives.
Yes.
Nairobi has a lot of bad stories.
Yes.
In the past week, I've been seeing garbage bins being installed. I was very happy about that, and I thought you were going to take that guy's job. So I was coming to ask you, what are you going to do about the garbage bins that he's doing?
I can't become Nairobi's governor. I'm not qualified.
Yeah.
To be Nairobi's governor, because kazi ya governor, it needs somebody, in my opinion, somebody who has managed, say, a portfolio of 10 billion above successfully.
Yeah.
You understand? Somebody, yani msee atakuja, hata kama uko talented, you can get in as a governor, but you need the managerial skills.
Yes.
Na wale wase watamanage, because Nairobi needs innovation to become the Nairobi that people want. All our problems, whether it's garbage, health, education, matatu, fiasco, hizo public transport, for example, yani vitu mingi, entertainment, businesses, everything, they need a creative angle to it.
Yeah.
How venye hiyo inaweza ku achieved, of course, is having smart people there. I believe the guy who is there, in my own opinion, is a smart guy.
Yeah.
There is an angle about Sakaja that so many people don't know.
Yeah.
Smart. You understand? What I would say his challenge is the software of running that county council, you see, or the county. Because why? Ukumbuke from kitambo, the nini imekuwa held hivyo na traditionalist.
Yeah.
So when somebody comes and they want to bring a lot of changes, sometimes it can be very difficult to remove the old system, because all your operations, even if you have bright ideas, they have to be executed by wale wase uko now.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's a challenge. But I'm saying he's trying. But I think he needs to press, because he needs to change the software.
Yeah.
Alete watu innovative, watu wana fikiria venye Nairobi inaweza kuwa, people who are dreamers, people who can bring technology, because vitu kama hizo zote ukiangalia, you can see how AI can help us. If it's traffic lights, we don't need mtu pale kusimamisha za ile imeweka green tena na zile nini. That confusion can be managed from kama ni Mombasa Road kutoka huko. We can have a system that knows how many cars are coming in, how many zinaingia place fulani, una need nini na nini. There are systems. These are things we can do in Nairobi.
Would the people, do you think the people would agree though? Because what I'm thinking here is that, so for instance, you have a traffic system that actually works, but then people are so used to chaos. So even if there's a system that is working.
And that's why I don't believe in this mentality of sikiza crowd. Sikiza crowd. Because we have this thing that has come up in a country where people who are purporting to be leaders are only amplifiers of the problems of the people.
Yeah.
Yet, you don't need to amplify. If right now I need to know what is happening in Buruburu, I don't need somebody there. There is a way I can be able to gather that information.
Yeah.
So you have these people, wanaonekanaga ni watetezi wa watu. Lakini si kuteta.
Yeah.
Because if nikienda Kayole, kazi yangu tu ni kuja kusema shida za watu wa Kayole, I'm not a leader.
Yeah.
Who is a leader? A leader is the one who leads his people towards solving problems using creativity. So unajua ni nini iko ground already.
Yeah.
So how do you solve? You don't need to consult the people to do something that will help them. That's why we have a constitution that mandates you, hey, kuwa governor, kuwa senator, kuwa MCA. Why? Because your role is clearly defined in the constitution on how now you can use your creativity to solve the people's problem.
Yeah.
Whether it's through legislation, unanielewa? Whether it's whether it's doing oversight. Unaona saying, na oversight, watu we confuse sana. Oversight, nimeona kuna system mbaya sana sufuata hapa Kenya. Mtu vae kwa senator, ndio uanze kutusi governor sana, wewe ukuje ukuya governor.
It's like a senatorial position is a stepping stone.
Yes, to be a governor. It's like ni kama orientation.
Yeah.
You understand?
Do you think that's what Sakaja did?
Yeah. No. He didn't do that.
Okay.
He didn't do that because even he was a different senator.
Yeah.
If you remember, his kind of oversight was not hii ya kutokea tu onekane uko fiari, umesema nini ama nini, because you are supposed to remember that your work, whether you are senator in a different party or not, with the governor's party, you are supposed to work with the governor. Together. Oversight does not mean ni kutusi, ni kukriticize. Yeah. Oversight sometimes even giving ideas. Sometimes giving recommendations.
Yes.
It's sometimes seeing the governor saying, hey, tunataka kufanya in Dandora this garbage XYZ. Na tunatumia hii kampuni. Yeah. Mwambie, hey governor, I don't know some text.
Yeah.
There is also a company saying somebody else, they can do this and this. Can you also talk to them?
But somebody could easily say here, because from what I'm feeling is that you are being fair with the current governor of Nairobi.
I am not being fair. What I am is I'm being factual.
Okay.
Because there's an assumption.
Facts that you're listing are fair facts. Like supporting facts. You are supporting him.
Why? Because I live in Nairobi. My main job is not to attack Sakaja.
Yeah.
My main job is to make Nairobi better. So in areas where we can cooperate with Sakaja to make Nairobi work, we will cooperate.
Yes.
If I need to call him out, it will be out of respect and saying, no, this is not going well.
Yeah.
If we do X, Y, Z, this can go well. Na mimi nataka kukriticize nikiwa na solution.
Yeah.
Because there are people who are very, very quick. Ni kama nakuona na kiatu nakwambia buda, hiyo njumu yako haiwezi. But sijakwambia mali utatoa yenye inaweza. That's a hater.
Yeah.
Unaona? Lakini nikakuona na njumu nikwambia, buda hii njumu leo how much? Unaambia 3K, nikwambia buda, kuna hiyo 3K, kuna mali naweza kuwapeleka upate mali nyingine smart. Unaona? Na itakuwa ni noma na utasave. That is constructive criticism. And our leadership should be like that. That's why you see an opposition, for example, in Kenya, which is disorganized. Yeah. Why? Because for example, our opposition are people who have been in government.
Who is the opposition, by the way?
It is not clear who is the opposition. They are saying it's called the United. Around. The brand name is United, but their actions they are very divisive.
Because from what I think is that whatever is purporting to be the opposition in the country right now, a quarter of it or half of it is in the government, and the other half seems to be indecisive whether they want to be in the government or not.
And that's the beauty of our interesting political system, bro.
Yeah.
Unanielewa? Because watu wengi ni kumark time. There are people who are only looking for power.
Yeah.
But then their problem is how they are looking for power is so, yani unaiona. Yani ni kama nikupatie example ya mtaani. Wase walikuwa wanasema ukitaka kuomba dem na nini. Kuna njia unatumia.
Yeah.
Unaona na unaonyesha, you understand? But sasa hawa wanatokea live wanasema nataka tu yani twende tu nikakudishi. Unanielewa?
Yeah.
Because you can see it. They try to hide but you can see it. Why am I saying that? I've never had a single guy in that united opposition other than lamenting, saying a creative thing that can sort something.
Yes.
Okay, say like, no, SHA is bad. Okay. Me and my team have sat and we can set up a system that sort out the universal healthcare challenge in hawawezi. And you see,
but I think what
and
they say
lie.
About SHA,
yes.
What they
no,
say
it's
about
an
SHA.
example.
Okay.
It's an example. I am not, yes, I'm not, yes, and I'm not being an apologist of saying, hey, it has its own problem.
Yeah.
But I like people who say, bro, hii pod yako inaweza kuwa poa, probably ukachange background.
Yeah.
Lakini nisikuje nikuambie ati tunataka tumalize hii pod yako. Then sasa mimi nikipata tuanze podcast ingine noma kuliko hii yako. I can't buy that kind of
we need to prove what is there.
Yes,
now,
yes,
if I were to go with what you just said right now, isn't SHA, for instance, they say that NHIF was working. It had its flaws, but it was working. And then somebody came over on it and said, you know what, let's scrap NHIF.
Yeah.
Let's spend 100 billion shillings, bring in something new that will work.
Yeah.
But then this new thing that was brought apparently still has massive challenges, massive problems. People are sick. They're not being treated in hospitals. And I think European challenge in its own way.
Yes.
So, for instance, why wasn't there a proactive effort to make NHIF work?
You see, you can be doing something. You come and you see, yes, you can fix it short-termly.
Yeah.
Na you work. But in the long term, you'd rather launch something. It comes. The problems start coming up. You understand? So that the real problems of the system can be identified. You see, there's the reason why when an app is made, it's put on Play Store.
Yeah.
After 1 month, they say update. Tumespot bag fulani.
Yeah.
Tumeifix sasa update. Na ni ukweli saa ile ulikuwa umeupdate huko umenote. But then you start noting nikiwa WhatsApp sometime hiyo nini upotea ama siwezi kuforward.
Yeah.
Unaenda una update. For me, I'm a believer of system. Why? I believe in the system of growth. And sometimes in life you need to discontinue something that you are doing so that you start something afresh.
Okay.
When you start this afresh, sometimes itakuja na challenges zake. And for me, I'll tell because SHA will be revolutionary. You understand? And sometimes we also need, there's no way, even if the American government would have interest in everything, they would laud that project as something that is working. And actually even say, hey, we are changing how we'll be channeling our government funding to NGO. Now we want to do direct to government. Why? Because they know, ikiingia kwa hiyo system, once tumalize sort out hizi challenges za watu wanatufanya claims zenye hawafai. Sometimes mtu anaenda anapata system iko down so hawezi treatiwa ama they cannot be discharged. Once we overcome those, there are so many other miraculous things imefanyia watu. Mnaenda mkuru wako wako hosi, bill imekuja for that. Unaenda pale unaona ule mtu admin anakuambia ni aje, SHA by the way inaweza kulipia 270. Then you start hearing even people who are hating it. People who had been made to believe that this thing cannot work. You start seeing, say, hey, by the way, lipia shushu yangu, lipia anko yangu.
Yeah.
What? Any system that is built has to have systems. The procurement, there's nobody who provided any pesa ya kusema hii 100 billion ilipwa hivyo. People start rumors. If you remember how the opposition had trashed SHA when it started, if we listen to them, by the way, hata hatunge register. No. But then you are reminded that when you become sick, it's personal.
Yeah.
When you are tukiwa mahali base sasa tukiongea na wewe ghetto, sasa tuko na wewe tunachocha. Ni aje hiyo chana hiyo SHA nini? Mse mnachochana na yeye akona kakadi ka insurance company anakuangamia kwa familia yao.
Yes.
Na wewe hujui juu hizo ni vitu za familia yao hawezi kuambi.
Yeah.
Mumefanya hivi. Yeye amekuwa mgonjwa. Unaona master amepelekwa Aga Khan. Wewe mzee umpelekwa Mama Lucy. Na una SHA bro.
Yeah.
Unanielewa? Then you start registering. But the good thing is, the government has said that you can register on the spot, pay for your premium, and you still claim. And a lot of people are doing it. So any system has to have challenges.
Yeah.
But me will appreciate if those who are beating the system would now say, SHA has its challenges, yes. But what idea would you say the government to do? They have nothing.
Yeah.
Na wezi ni promisani wale wasiwambia mtu, wambia deme nikikubali ni kuoenda kununulia gari. Lakini hataki kuambia hii gari tutanunuaje.
Yeah.
Because you should be able to tell me.
Yeah, but so I push back a little bit here.
Yeah.
You said that nobody has ever come forward to claim that money was paid, the 100 billion shillings.
Yes, no, there have been theories, many people.
Yeah.
But nobody has factually claimed. Of course, a system, kama inajengwa lazima italipiwa.
With that guy from France, the Kenyan guy in France, what was his name? I forget his name. Oh,
The whistleblower.
The whistleblower.
Yes.
Didn't he come with some documents that was saying that 100
Where they verified.
100 billion?
It's verification. You see, it's figures. Anyone can say figures.
I mean, he proved many other things that were factual. For instance, the Adani case, when he started talking about it, people were
it's like Adani. I'll tell you, in my own opinion, we'll still have to get a person
Adani
to do an Adani somewhere to do the airport. Because you see...
But I mean, I think what the problem with the Adani wasn't it that there was no competitive process?
Yes. And it's good. And that's why the president stand down.
But I think the president stood down because people protested so much.
And that is the essence of a democracy.
Do we have to protest though?
No, we don't have to. But when needs be, we need to. It's you see, because there is no way the writers of the Constitution would put it as a right. If they had not seen that it will need to be used on leadership sometimes. Unanielewa? That's why it is anchored there. The same way the duties and responsibilities of the president are there, the duties of our citizens are there. One of them is to picket and to protest. One of them is of it zote. So we need such a balanced system.
But what I'm wondering is, why is it that we have to picket in order for something to be seen? For instance, there are laws that would govern how a new JKI will be built, for instance.
A democracy
And those laws weren't, I think
Yeah.
they weren't followed in that
Yeah.
in that case. And the president has so many people around him. I mean, he has advisors that are paid Kinandi, Kinanani. They are paid millions of money, hundreds of millions of money, or shillings or dollars, whatever, to give him advice. But why is it that all these people, they don't, or they misadvise him only for, you know, people like you and me who are nowhere near the circles of the presidency, or even don't understand how the presidency works or anything. You know, why is it that those people can't advise the president?
I will answer you.
Yeah.
You see, if you look at our political system, most of the people in the political system, and that's a fact that we need to actually appreciate, is that they have come also from the older political system. Okay? Remember our constitution, the new constitution was enacted in 2010.
Yes.
We are how many years? 14 years, 15 years into it.
Yeah.
You understand? 15 years into a constitution means practicing it.
Yeah.
Means living it. And that's why, for me, what I know is that once our generation will one day take leadership, they will do things differently because we will understand. So there are some things, Kitambo, for example, we could have passed because of how things used to be done.
Yes.
For me, I see the picketing, the demonstrations, the Gen Z kama ile ya kwanza, wajana na hii ya pili. For example, I see it as a growth in democracy. I actually celebrate it when the leadership, wherever, knows that now we need to follow the law. When the leadership now start realizing, hi, we need to sell our ideas better to the people. For example, Adani needed just to be sold. You understand? The problem is it was sold after it was signed. You understand? So sometimes, especially because we have to go the PPP way.
But bro,
wacha nimalize tu. Kenya nasema ni how big projects should be marketed in a country is first you come up with a strategy on how to tell people why we need an airport. Because not everyone understand why we need an airport. I call it the pedestrian mindset. So the pedestrian mindset is jamaa anatembea pale akisikia mnataka kujenga expressway anaona mko na ufala juu yeye anandai. Na labda unangi kama ata nini, but haelewi labda ikajengwa hapo kuna kitu inaweza jengwa hapo aanze kufanya kazi anunue gari, for example, ama apate need ya kutumia gari. So we must change that pedestrian mindset also, because probably you can't see why we need a busy airport, a big airport. You understand? Because you don't know, you see ile kidogo ukiendanga Mombasa ukizindikisha mtu wenyu unaona inatosha. But there is a way it can bring a multiply effect in terms of creating jobs, in terms of making Nairobi a solid business hub, an investment hub. There is a multiply effect for the country in terms of us being able to export more. You understand? So it's gonna multiply effect. So before we embark on such, the government communication needs to be able. Unajua, there are ways that you can tell people why we are doing something. No, so that even if, for example, you would say, yes, we want to do a competitive bidding, but as a country, probably we have a bias towards Ogeto construction because of X, Y, Z. It becomes better. But because there is a culture that we need to wind out in this country of patriotism imeenda chini. We need to fight like we live in this country. We need to fight that we want this country to be better. So you might be somewhere you don't love Ruto. But uone hii kitu wanafanya, by the way itasaidia, kazi nafanyaga, mahali natokanga na inatokianga nchi. But not sometimes a blanket condemnation of all government projects just because you believe in a certain political orientation.
I think where the blanket condemnation of all government projects comes from is the history in which they have been implemented. So I do agree with you. We need a new airport, a bigger airport, a better airport, a smarter
That's
airport.
what I want.
You
see anything, if somebody starts like that,
I
am ready now to listen to what are these bottlenecks. So that even when we see the president, mtu anaweza mwambia, by the way pale, the reason watu wa kulikuwa na issue ni XYZ. XYZ. So that in the next big projects that have to be done, how do we avoid the mistakes of this? One thing that you know, for a country to develop, the wananchi si lazima wa feel poa kila time. Kitu ikifanyika. Sometimes they come to feel better later. I can tell you by 2006 and early 2007, Kibaki was the least popular person in Kenya. Hata venye alirudi baadaye wakifanya grand coalition, his ratings were very low. But when he left, you hear mamas here and there, oh, he was the best president, oh, he built the road, he did this, because the monumental impact of certain projects will be felt in 15 years.
Yes.
You understand? So there are things people will not see sense. Ni kama, for example, history of Singapore. The reason why many people are opposed to it is because unasikia watu wengine wakisema we need to sort the basics. I don't know. No. Nobody disagrees with that.
Yeah.
But sasa wezi anzanga kulipanga kaploti mahali juu unaishi kwa bed sitter. Ati lazima kwanza utoke kwa bed sitter uende kwa 1 bedroom ama 2 bedroom ndio uanze kununua ploti.
Yeah.
Unaweza nunua hiyo ploti labda ndio itakutoa kwa hiyo bed sitter.
Exactly.
You understand? So you do a mix of both. So you invest in basic products in the country, but also invest in projects zenye zitafanya hii basic ikuwe kidogo.
Yes.
Like you have heard so many people saying, oh, the bottom up in economics sasa. No, haijatupwa. Because if you look at the Singapore model, if Kenya would become by Singapore, basically the person who's the bottom, his living standards will go up.
Yeah.
And for me, the reason why I believe in it is because I have seen my personal journey. My personal journey have come because of believing of things that I don't have them. Sayo. Unanielewa?
We're going to come to your personal journey.
Yes,
Tell me about how you believed in things that you don't have. No meziona.
Yes. So, because when you dream, nikasema maze, ndafanya kitu fulani. I don't know, but things start aligning towards getting. So, I'm a believer of dreams and ambitions.
Okay.
And I believe Kenya can even be bigger than Singapore. So, I'm among those guys.
That is totally true.
Yes.
So, let's rewind a little bit. Let's go back to what I was starting with here. We need a new airport.
Yes.
Totally agree.
Yes.
Fantastic. Even Mobek was here a couple of days ago. Shout out Mobek.
Yeah.
He's actually the hookup.
Yes. Hakim, a big shout out, man.
Yeah. Who got us Jaymo here. So Mobek said, he gave a reference. He said, he asked me a question. Have you ever been to the Tampa airport? I said, no, I have not been to the Tampa airport. So it's a very small airport.
Yeah.
Like the JKIA airport. And I asked him, hey, Mobek, why are you throwing shade on the JKIA airport?
Yes.
And then when I step back and look at JKIA, it's actually very small.
Yeah, very
Sometimes, we are left in the tarmac and we have to walk. I think there's only like one terminal or something like that.
Yes.
And it is a very interesting space.
Yeah.
When you think about JKIA.
Yeah.
And so, Mobek, I was having this discussion, and now I think about JKIA and the fact that we do need a new airport.
Yes.
But when you look historically at many projects that have been launched with the current government, and even the government that was there before, there have been very few people benefiting in terms of enormous amounts of money that allegedly they get from implementing those projects.
Yes.
And when they are studied, on a feasibility study, they would have cost less than they did. An instance is, the 2 dams that are normally, talked about.
Yes.
Beautiful projects.
Yes.
Some other irrigation scheme, I think in Muea or something. Yeah. Beautiful projects.
Yes.
Money is spent, we don't see where the money goes.
Yes.
You come to the Shah that we were talking about. A beautiful project as you are purporting it to be.
Yeah. Not purported, but actually it is. It's revolutionary. Sure.
Okay, a beautiful revolutionary project. As he's saying it is.
Yes.
But when you look at the money that was spent in it, you hear all these sort of complaints. And somehow, someone somewhere is benefiting from this money. Now, if someone is benefiting from this money, why can't we assume that if Adani's project is also implemented in the same way, someone is going to benefit somewhere, and maybe we may not even see the project like Kimarer or whatever. Yes. And I want you to juxtapose the Thika Road project next to the Adani project, and even let's make it better. Let's juxtapose it next to the railway from Mombasa to Nairobi, and you look at the 3 of them. I hear stories of how the Mombasa to Nairobi project spent triple, 4 times, quadruple more than it was supposed to cost. And of course, it's going down to you and me having to pay for that.
Yeah.
You look at the Thika Road. I have not studied Thika Road very well, but I want to imagine that the model that was used in Thika Road could easily be applied to the Mombasa project and the Adani project, and maybe we might even see those benefits. But the problem is, man, you see the way money gets lost somewhere in between here. Maybe Adani could deliver a good project, but historically we've had stories of what they've done in India and whatnot. Very crafty people. Yeah. And so all this, they tend to raise questions.
Yeah. You see, I love that question because I'll bring you to the problem of corruption.
Yeah.
Corruption is one of the biggest problems that we have in a nation. The problem with corruption is it is harnessed from the individual level to the corporate level to the public sector.
Yeah.
is a chain. So sometimes even the people you hear making noise about corruption are big beneficiaries of it. You understand? It's only that now they are not at the spot of benefiting from it. Theirs is a bit rationed.
Yeah.
You understand? And that's why some of them want power so that now they can still do that. The good thing for me, I'll say, is the awareness that has come with it.
Yeah.
That right now, the government is very careful also when it's announcing projects and how much it will cost. You understand? So the democracy, the champion by the people. Unaona kama hizo vitu unauliza.
Yeah.
Kama venye unasema kuna whistleblower mahali, kuna mtu anatoa facts na nini. It will ensure, what does it do to the country? It ensures that some of the things will not be done. You understand? And that's, I support them fully. I support the questions. The accountability mandate by the government should be top notch.
Yeah.
You understand? So mimi naona serikali na mambo ya nchi ikienda vizuri. Kwa nini? Because if there is no noise, then we can make bad decisions. You understand? If there is also a lot of unguided noise, it will be counterproductive to the country. Because there are people who fight the government like they want to relocate.
Okay. And what's wrong with that?
No, let me finish. You can relocate. You can go and leave them. But kuna msee anatuchocha sisi tufanye vitu hapa, tuharibu alafu yaende.
Okay.
Unanielewa? Alafu sisi tubaki na noma. What am I saying? I'm saying let's fight like we want the country to be better. But let's not fight like we want to ban the country.
Okay.
Those are two different things. Because
totally understand.
Yes, if we tukichoma, then baadaye reconstruction will be more expensive.
I think nobody wants to ban the country.
No, can I tell you?
Yeah.
Yes, there are people who wanted to ban the country. You cannot, kuna watu genuine kama wewe na wengi. But kuna watu wengi unajua kuna msee anataka hiyo. There are people who know in chaos they will benefit.
Yeah.
Are you aware also there is that faction of people?
True.
But what I'm saying, and I support you, is the full question of accountability. Projects should be audited fully.
Yeah.
Projects, hii mambo ya kickbacks lazima tupunguze. But nitakwambia Wakenya wengi sisi wote bro. We are so corrupt.
Yeah.
It's only that it is not sweeting us. That's why sahi ndugu yako sahi akishikwa pale na bangi,
yes,
we will go and bribe. Ndio atoke.
Most probably.
Mama yako akifika pale, tambua mama kama una 50,000 kijana ato. Masimu kijana atoke. Si ni ukweli?
Yes.
Haya, mtu wenyu akishikwa pale akifanya deal magendo fulani, watu wa family ukuja fahamu, mnatafuta wakili, mnahongana, hata mtu mwingine anasema mimi najua DCM kubwa mahali, mnatafuta system, mna fix.
Yeah.
Okay? At an individual level, we are very corrupt.
Yeah.
It's then sasa tuna champion. Mtu wetu akiingia tuna believe tuko sawa. Because we'll continue with corruption the way we want.
Yeah.
Mtu wa mtu mwingine, we feel we have a problem since we can't access. There is a lot of corruption in the private sector. Because most of those government projects that have been done in the past, zikiwa inflated, were done by businessmen and women.
Yeah, in this country.
You understand? But nobody talks about that.
Yeah.
You all know a relative, an uncle, a what, a friend. Unajua mahali pesa yao ilitoka. But you have enjoyed that money a lot of times.
Yeah.
You understand? Hata mumeita huo mzee akue mgeni wa heshima, asomeshe nini. So we only complain more about it when it's not sweeting us.
Yeah.
When it is sweeting us, even at the private level, because most people have done corruption to benefit themselves. Wewe unasikianga kuna majeshi nachukuliwa. Hapo kwa kijiji yenu kuna kijana ana deserve kuwa jeshi na akona passion ya kuwa jeshi. Wewe uko na do, ni jirani, unaenda unapeana 1400, kijana wako anaingia jeshi. Ule jamaa mwingine alikimbia ataingia. Polisi kila mahali.
Yeah.
So Kenyans we love using corruption when it suits us. But now when it's done sometimes at higher level, tuna feel mbaya. Unajua ulipiga ile yako ya 1 million ama ya 10k. Sasa ukisikia kuna mtu amepigia 1 billion, una imagine wewe ungekuwa ni wewe uko na hiyo billion ungefanya nini? So if we want to address corruption fully, and I say that we need to start from everywhere.
Yes.
Society, kanisa, unanielewa?
Yes. And I totally
and for me, I'm saying, let's get rid of it. Let's ask the questions.
Yes.
Let the government also, when they want to do projects, they do a lot of feasibility study, and let's use the least effective, and we use the most cost effective.
Yes.
Most cost effective way to achieve that project. And let justified to the mwananchi, and more so the government needs to really work on how to communicate to the people. No, not consulting sana na nini for example. Kuna consulting because that one is down at the ground level na pia at the top level.
Yes.
But more so, how do we communicate some of these ideas to the people?
You are going to be in the bicameral parliament.
Yeah.
You're going to go to the upper house as a senator in a few months. About what, 18 months or thereabout?
Yep.
You'll be over there.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I've seen a lot of governors, for instance, in our quest to kick out corruption. I've seen a lot of governors going to, being impeached by their MCAs, who you would probably argue that the MCAs are equally corrupt. But these governors have been caught with some sort of evidence of corruption. Even if the MCAs are corrupt, the governors are corrupt, and these governors have been impeached. And these guys go to the Senate, and more times than once, they have always been reinstated back. A certain technicality because you guys were not, you were not, the quorum wasn't reached or something like that. And
it's the law that we need to change.
And you see, all this keeps pushing us back. So you will be there 18 months from now, and some governors might be brought there. Some laws might come in front of you. What do you think you'll do differently?
The first thing is we have a discussion about. And actually, it's actually a constitutional amendment on impeachment.
Okay.
So that we need to have a very clear system on what qualifies for impeachment.
Yes.
Who does the investigations for impeachment? You understand? What are the grounds? So that when the case is coming from the county assembly, coming to the Senate, it's already like a confirmed case.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
It's your story.
Yes, your story. You see, when it comes, because if we don't, ni law, it's a technicality. Because people will only be impeaching who we want to impeach. Or based on, unajua hata zingine, ma MC wanakutishia ukiwa governor, unawapatia pesa. So they always, they will not, ni kama wanajua mahali, time ya kuitisha pesa.
Yes. So is this like corruption money?
Yes,
not corruption, but like...
No, it has to be. If I have to give you money not to lose my job, that's why, you see, nimekuambia our political system needs a total overhaul.
Yes.
From ground up. We first need to know who is an MCA.
Kick everyone home, bring in new crop.
What should an MCA do?
Yeah.
What are the qualifications of an MCA?
Yes.
Ndio tutoe hiki tunaita ya charity PR leadership, where I become famous because I gave people blankets, and then they say I should be the MCA. Unanielewa?
I'm gonna drop a name here, a couple of names. Kimani wa Matangi. Because he was giving people water tanks.
Yes. But you see also there are stories of how people in Kiambu
love people godoros.
Yes. Jaymo Magodoro.
Yeah.
Jaymo juice.
Oh yes.
Yes. Hakim wa juice.
Shout out. Hakim brought me some juice, man. It's a very interesting juice. Has chili in it.
Yes.
Burns your throat as it goes down.
Yes, called Kat Makadhi. Yeah.
Kat Makadhi. Oh man, the names that you come up with.
Yes.
Awesome.
So, lazima tuchange hiyo kitu. Mwananchi wacha nikwambie. Shida ya inchi si viongozi.
Yeah.
Shida ni Wanjiko. Wanjiko ndio analetanga hii shida yote.
Wanjiko is a common man for context.
Yes, Wanjiko, when I say Wanjiko, I see every Kenyan. Why? Because the choices, I've never seen Wanjiko. Ushaona Wanjiko akihaya mtu akuja kuya fundi kwake. Lazima asikie huyo fundi amejenga nyumba ngapi, amefanya nini. Na sasa hiyo Wanjiko anataka kujenga tu nyumba kadogo. But atatafuta ambaye huyu ndio alijenga nyumba ya fulani, anaenda kuona nyumba huyo. Anaenda anaona. But when it gets to the most important person, that will actually influence how, kama ile nyumba ulijenga utakaagaa sana huko, how economy itakuwa namna. Wanjiko does not give a damn. That's why Wanjiko during elections cannot even vote when they are drunk.
Yes.
Unanielewa? Sasa hiyo time Wanjiko anaweka emotion. Huyu ndio alitupatia pesa ile siku tukakunywa, mimi nitampatia. Huyu ako na gari, haitatuimbia pesa. And then there's a bright woman there or a young man who is saying ako na passion ya hiyo mtaa, juu hataki kutoa hiyo mtaa na anataka kwa hiyo mtaa, so anataka kwenda ku represent. Kuna
kitu.
Kumekuja mjinga mwingine hajasoma lakini anapeana mado, amekuwa opinion shaper. And that guy has no wisdom on any opinions. But because, and that's happening especially from where I come from, people confuse because somebody has a big car, they built a house, now they become opinion shapers on everything.
Yes.
So,
which is sad.
Yes, because watu wanafikiria ati venye amemake do ndio yeye ni mwise. Wanaza wajinga lazima wamake pesa. Hii ni mambo ya God.
Yeah.
Pesa itengenezwe tu na mwenye tu ako na wisdom ama mtu bright. He's everywhere. He's an equity system, you know. Unaona?
Everyone
yes, so kuna fala ameomoka.
Yeah.
Sasa huo fala akikuadvise bro, what will happen to your life? Na niendi anataka kuchampion maendeleo. That's why we have these called stupid campaign slogans. Unashinda ukiambia watu nikiingia nitatengeneza shade ya bodaboda. Kwani shade sinafaa kuwa automatic?
Of course.
Ati nitatengeneza darasa. Shule sinafaa kuwa automatic. Nitatengeneza. Those are things that should be happening. People should listen because you have new ideas on how probably you could do those things or new innovations that you want to bring. If we don't champion for innovation from the MCA,
ngumu.
Hakuna kitu ita happen.
No,
because MCA ndio na make laws za county. Unaona ndio inaenda kwa governor.
Yeah.
Governor na yeye anafanya kulingana na vinavyofanywa. All these corruption loopholes ziko kwa hiyo katiba.
What new innovation should I expect come 2027 that Jaymo Ule Msee, Abdulhakim Karim
yes.
Maleek,
yes.
I think it's the other way,
yes.
is going to bring to the Senate?
Yes. It's a creation of jobs. In terms of, we need an innovation that will be able to pull investors into the country. You understand?
Yeah.
It looks fashionable when people say, we want to bring investors.
Yeah.
Where are you bringing them? To do what? So the biggest problem
I saw the guy in Machakos. You'll come back to telling me about bringing investors.
Not designs. Not providing
the
designs.
guy in Machakos provided land and he told them what
it's
his
not,
name was?
It's not
Alfred Mutua.
It's not providing land.
He provided, let me say, he provided resource.
Yes.
So resources, there's a number of resources. There's, labor, land is a resource, and maybe capital is a resource. And with these three resources, if you have them, you can do anything. And he provided one.
But
if these guys brought capital, then we probably would have had the labor.
I'm telling you,
but
let me tell you a problem that I would like to solve with innovation. There is a lot of people, like you and me, people who have brilliant ideas, people who have ideas that can employ so many people. Those people are here in Kenya. Yeah. The problem with them is that they cannot walk to any financial institution with their creative idea and get financing. Yes. They cannot talk to business people and business because most people don't understand creative ideas. Watu wengi wanataka uambie tunaweza enda China tununue hii kikombe 20 bob tukuje tuuzie watu 500. Yes. Hao ndio wanajiona hao ni wase wajanja. You understand? You understand? And yes, that is their business. You see they are providing kuna vitu wanatuletea. But biashara innovation, somebody saying, "Hey, I have this concept. I would like to solve this problem." Because Nairobi problems can be solved by its own people. Yeah. So how do I make Nairobi an attractive hub that venture capitalists and angel investors can camp in this city and people can be going, hey, I have this idea. This idea can employ 5 people and it can generate this much money that can be reinvested still in the city to do many things. So for me, I want to do practical things. And that's why even when I announced, I said there are a couple of things that I highlighted that I want to do, things that, you see, I said the first thing is truth. And truth will come honesty and transparency, ensuring that Nairobi County resources are managed through honesty and transparency. Yeah. It's very easy to tell people how you're using money. It's very easy to tell people how we are doing this project. You understand? Yeah. That's my part of oversight. Yeah. Accountability and integrity. Speaking truth to power. Yeah. Speaking truth to power is not me insulting you. It's telling you, hey, XYZ can be done better in this and this manner. If you want Nairobi to grow, stop doing this, please do this. And you can examine. And also when you're speaking truth to power, speak truth to power to add value. Yeah. Not to
bring people down.
To bring people down. You understand? You can do it better. Yeah. Innovation, when I said empowering the youth through tech and digital solutions and creative problem solving. Yeah. There's a lot of jobs that people can do remotely. Are we organized to do them?
I think the president, when he came to power, he said that he was going to set up, I think, computer centers.
You asked me about what I'll do in Nairobi.
Yes. Yes.
You want to link it?
I'm linking it to that because he said that he was going to create all these centers across the country, and then they will create jobs for all these people. But I don't think they've created jobs for all these people.
How many years is the president in power?
The president has been in power for close to 4 years now, 3 years.
It's 3 years. You understand?
Yeah.
There, you have to set a framework for any big ideas that you want to launch.
So,
because it was not plug and play. And that is part of the communication, for example, that is lacking.
Because, for instance, I'm looking at you, Jaymo. You'll be in that seat 3 years down the line. And some of these things you'll not have.
And that's why I'm saying, do you know the reason why I announced 2 years before?
Yeah.
Because I want to understand Nairobi issues better.
Yeah.
You see, when I'm still, so that I don't start understanding Nairobi problems when I get the seat.
Yeah.
You understand? You see, naweza zielewa hata ifike mahali niseme ni kama sina capacity ya kusolve hizi vitu.
Yeah.
I think let me support so and so. For example, you understand? Because for me I want to have honesty leadership. I want to, the things zenye nitafanya. Kama nikikwambia hiyo ya I will create a platform where we'll be able, people with great ideas can be able to be funded to experiment and to, because I know I've suffered because of lack of capital to build a business. I know the potential if I had funding or if I get funding of what I can create. You understand? Some people have great ideas, but they don't have the business acumen to run those ideas. How do we get people who can come and support them so that I am a creative, but I have people who are running the business? Tukisolve hizo vitu buda, mavijana wengi wako Islando, wako na idea noma. Noma ni nini? Unaangeka tu na msee naambia, mazee mimi ningekuwa tu na ngiriso mbili. Na yenyewe anakuonyesha hiyo kitu, unaona si ati ni para. Ati ama they are overthinking on what things I can do. So, for me, I want to do practical things. The office of the Senate does not have a budget. But I know I can work very well with like-minded individuals from the governor, from the president, international people, you understand? Local people here, to make Nairobi a better Nairobi. And in the coming weeks, you will see the platform that you are launching. Because the ideas to make Nairobi better has to come from Nairobians. Yes.
Let me understand. So let's imagine Jaymo was senator of Nairobi in 20 years ago. When Jaymo was a young man 20 years ago, when would you say you started off a proper Nairobi hustling in Nairobi?
Proper hustling in Nairobi just after campus, 2009.
2009, okay. So let's say in 2010 with the new election, or even in 2008.
I suffered the same problem, bro.
2008.
I had a big idea called What's Happening.co.ke. It was a website platform. Ended up selling into NMG, Nation Media Group, and started working in media. If that time, bro, let me tell you, do you know what I required? If I only had a capital of, say, 500,000. The rest would have been history.
So let's Jaymo create that solution. So what do you think Jaymo Ule Msee of 2027 would have done in 2007, 2008, whenever that election was, so that Jaymo of 2009, 2010 would have had all these opportunities?
First of all, is the situational awareness. We need to recognize it as a problem. Once you recognize it as a problem, now the next phase is how do we creatively solve the problem? Same thing I could have done. First of all, we need to have a law. That we need to have a law that will come from a synergetic system from government, financial institutions, and creators, for example. By creators, let me open people with brilliant ideas.
Not like digital creators.
Yes, not like digital creators, like creators. Because for me, those are creators. We need that synergy needs to be in a framework of law. So you see, the same we have a hustler fund. Then we have a Ajira fund, for example. We have women enterprise fund. We need that fund. You
like
understand?
Entrepreneurs fund,
yes, but
it
does not necessarily have to be a government-led fund. It can be a PPP. You see, the government put a certain stake, and it's also there for oversight. You understand? Then we have the private sector championing that cause, because there's a lot of money that financial institutions can make from this project. I am telling you. And if they had in the financial institution people who would tell them, that's a dope idea, that's a great idea, we can. How do we do that? That's why I'm starting this conversation now. 2 years before. Ndio nikifika kwa kiti inaweza kuwa hata labda imefanyika.
Yeah.
You see, representing people does not mean that you represent them when you get the seat.
Yes.
For me, I've started right now representing the people of Nairobi. I am not saying there is a vacuum in the office.
Yeah.
There is an office holder. He can continue doing what he's doing. But for me, I'm going to champion the real things. Na ndio nimechagua vitu kidogo kidogo.
Yeah.
Zile najua creators like me and many there are so many people. Utapata hata mzee akona kabizi kadogo anakuambia hii business mzee hiyo unipatia thou daily.
Yeah.
And you start seeing if he was to scale this business in a guided way, this business would actually make 100,000 a day.
Yeah.
And it could actually employ 15 people. That's how we gonna alleviate history and unemployment.
Yeah.
Otherwise itabidi tu watu wakuwa naenda tu kufanya job majuu na mahali pengine. You understand? But if we sort out, utapata you have startups. You
Yes.
can have, if you had 10,000 startups in Nairobi, employing, and every startup employed 100 people, you have created 1 million jobs.
Yes.
10,000 startups in Nairobi ni kitu kidogo sana kuanzisha. If we had that, that's how they're surviving in those economies.
Yeah,
because
someone will push back there and say that, 90% of startups fail within the first 4 years.
When I say that is a theory, but I know many successful startups.
Okay.
I know my friends who have done startups. Like I belong.
How many startups?
I belong.
Mwenyewe umeangusha startup ngapi?
Nani? Mimi.
How many startups have you said that have failed?
2.
Only 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many have been successful?
4.
Okay.
Yeah, and I can name them.
You are running.
What's happening? You see that what's happening? I sold it to media.
Yeah.
I worked there, learned a lot about media. You understand?
Yeah.
Started Jaymo Ule Msee. You understand?
Yes.
Jaymo Ule Msee, it has gotten me to here. We started the Jeba Juice.
Yes.
Jeba Juice, we're still running.
Yes.
We started the Kat Makadhi. We're still running.
Yes.
We've employed people. We had Batok. You understand?
Yes.
So I am talking with a proof of concept.
Yes.
And I know the challenges what those startups faced. Startups mingi bro zikienda kudunda.
Yeah.
Nitakwambia is because not even funding is one of the problem, but the funding becomes an issue because even the person who is running the business doesn't have the skills to run a business.
Yes.
But they have the skills to have a break idea. What if you would map these people with 2 people to run the business, for example, or 1 person,
or create
and then now they
incubators.
concentrate on what they are good at. Ndio nasema vitu tu kidogo tunaweza fanya is software. So for me, the biggest thing that I want to achieve in Nairobi is something called mindset revolution.
Yeah.
I believe everyone. Yeah.
It's okay. You believe everyone?
Yes,
just finish
everyone
that
can become the best version of themselves.
Yeah.
If they just change their mind. How do we achieve this? Like platforms like yours,
Yeah.
and many others, we start talking the truth. Ndio tujue shida yetu ni nini. Sometimes unafikiria ni pake si pake.
Yeah.
Ukichange mindset unapata pake itakuja.
Yeah. Let me understand your mindset, the mindset of Jaymo seated before me. I think this mindset comes from somewhere. So let's rewind and paint a picture for me of the context in which you are growing up that gives me the Jaymo Ule Msee that is seated before me today.
Yeah, I would say that growing up first of all, I was born in Nairobi.
Okay.
My mother happened to be hanging out in a rich neighborhood when she got into labor. So
Yeah.
nikazaliwa my late Guka, not my maternal Guka, but Guka.
Yeah, paternal.
Where he was a shout out to the Gaiti family. So they took my mom to Mata. Mata, that's why nilizaliwa Osia Kibabi. But venye nikatolewa immediately nikapelekwa Ucha.
Kibe angesema kama angekuwa hapa angesema unajua Kibe na bashingi wasoli tokanga Ucha alafu anakuja kuongoza Nairobi.
Yes.
But you can happily say that you were born in
I
Nairobi.
actually born in Nairobi.
Yeah.
Then I went to research in the village
Yes.
for a little bit of time. So
What village is that?
It's called Karembu. It's in Gatundu South.
Okay.
So
you are neighbors with the Kenyatta family?
Yeah, I can actually walk to there. Walking is 5 minutes.
Did you ever hang out with any of the family?
Yes, I've hung out with the OG himself. I've hung out with some members of the family. They are my friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Growing up as a kid?
Not
or
growing up.
As your
when sasa nimekuja nikiwa town, hustle. Yeah.
Because I imagine when you're a kid, you pass through the gate, it's locked. Kila kitu
No. Actually, there used to be kulikuwa na kisiagi.
Okay.
Hapo Ishaweri. Tulikuwa tunapeleka actually on the hapo neighbor kabisa kulikuwa na a small town So there used to be a petrol station, a bar, then behind there used to be a kisiagi.
Yeah.
So tulikuwa napeleka unga hivyo. I've said I would say in my own opinion they have lived good with the neighbors there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So nilikuwa nakwambia sasa nikarudi, my mom was a sole breadwinner in her family. So when I was born in 1986, then madhi sasa shosho akamwambia utarudi na mtoto. Mtoto atarudi kukaa huko kwa ploti at that point.
Yeah.
Please just go back, we'll take care of the baby. So I've in that village system, went to nursery school, primary school, got 464 marks, went to Mururia High School, got an A-, came to University of Nairobi to study political science and economics. So I've seen that journey.
Yeah.
I've seen struggle, I've seen poverty, but I've seen opportunities.
Did you ever sleep hungry?
Yes, of course, it's normal. Unajua kusleep hungry, si ati unaweza kuwa umekula lakini hujashiba. Bado ni kusleep hungry, bro. Unaona, because I remember kuna time was it 96 or 95?
Yeah.
Kuna time kulikuwa na famine nyingine noma sana. Nakumbuka tulikuwa tunakula ugali na mandizi.
Yeah.
Mandizi kidogo, kitunguu, iko na nini. But you see, for me those are not things. Unajua nimeona siku hizi kuna aka tendency ka kutaka ku show you a poverty story, like you tell it passionately and emotionally so that people can see. No, story. Bro, I did not suffer.
Yeah.
That was growth. Juu hiyo time bado nilikuwa nakula na lala na nafanya vitu mingi. Sometimes hata ushaipata duko na lakini kama ile time hata tulikuwa tumefurahia hata kuliko sahi. So it's a growth, it's a journey.
Yeah, true.
So I never want to use your story. I mean, those stories squeeze as in bambangi. No, I started this when no.
One thing I agree with you in your story, most of I know a lot of people who grew up in a life that was not maybe the best kind of life.
Yes.
But meant the happiness.
Yeah.
The memories that people created.
It was crazy. Now you have money.
Yeah.
The families don't meet. Hiyo time amuko na do mngeenda usiju kwa auntie gani mulale mpaka kwa floor.
Exactly.
Now the auntie has a big house but nobody can go to sleep there.
20 bedrooms but she's sleeping well.
Nobody. So ndio nasema mimi hizo ma story.
Very interesting.
Yes.
You know, oxymoron.
Yes.
But you're telling me you've seen opportunities.
Yes, I've seen opportunities. I've seen love. I've seen never giving up because you know my Guka he was a former Maumau.
Yeah.
So my stories again anakupigia unaona by the hakuna kitu ya kuogopa kwa life.
Yeah.
My Guka made me. There was a time he sent me to Gatundu shopping center when I was in class 1. I was actually 5 years.
Yeah.
Alikuwa na kashop, so alikuwa ananunua kama fegi kwa wholesale anakuja anauza. Akanitumanga. Kuna place inaitwa Githurai ni Gatundu nikipita nikapata na vijana wakubwa wakaninyang'anya ile do.
How much was it?
It was like I think it was like probably 90 shillings. It was to buy
That's a lot.
Sportsman na SM na roster. Unabuy zile pakiti 5 ndio akuje sasa auze.
Auze moja.
So nikarudi home nakumbuka nikilia. I was 5 years. So in my Guka, instead of telling me, alinipatia do ingine. Akaniambia sasa ukienda Gatundu usipitie hapo Githurai. Kuna kanjia kengine kako hapo kwa hospitali. So he still sent me back. Bro.
Yeah.
You understand? Like yes, you need. Yeah, I was scared, but then when I did it, when nilienda hivi nikanunua sigara, alafu nikarudi mpaka home. Yani ilinipatia power ingine ya kuacha kuogopa anything. Like you only need to know which other way do you have to do it. So
I think that's a powerful lesson.
Yes, very. Very by the way ilinichamp. Hiyo inakuanga hakuna unaogopa nini? Unafaa tu kuogopa Allah. Tutaongea baadaye. So for me that I've seen God. I've seen my people going through challenges. I've had uncles who have given me love and family because I didn't have a father. You understand? My mother
was everything.
And everything. So I've seen that. And that has shaped me who I am. So when I know that you can leapfrog from this and go to this, when I say that you can actually make it without a godfather, you understand? When I say that opportunities come to those who are actively looking for opportunities. I will tell you that is true. That's why for me I'm optimistic. That's why I know Nairobi can be better. That's why I know Nairobi can be like Singapore. It's actually truth.
Yes.
Because I've seen where my family has come from. I've seen my cousins, my uncles, my aunties, all those kind of things.
It's very interesting.
Everything is possible.
I love the picture you're painting here. You paint a very beautiful picture of how you've used different opportunities in your life to leapfrog to the next step. I think that's what you use, leapfrog, to use them as stepping stones probably to the next stage in your life, towards your journey of success.
Yes.
So when you graduate from the University of Nairobi, are you looking at this point? Do you know if you want to go into politics? Do you know if you want to go into business?
First
do you
of
have
all,
any idea what life is?
No. You see that I would say when you're graduating, most people you are confused, but you don't know you're confused because you think you know. Unafikiria unapanga.
Yeah.
So remember the first thing that we did, there used to be a cyber pale 20th century.
Before the cyber, how is your graduation like? Did the whole village come with a bus from Gatundu South?
No, they didn't come, but we had a crazy show in my village.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
that
you graduated by yourself, and then you went to the village.
Yes, so by graduation only my mom came. Then now the next day we are in the village.
Yes.
And it was crazy. Yes.
Are you the only girl who's graduated, gone to university
I was
in the entire village?
Among the key popular figures in the village at that time.
What name are you called in the village?
They call me Wagadhoni.
Wagadhoni.
Yeah, because my mom is called Gadhoni.
Yeah.
And then my Guka used to call me that and my Shushu.
Yeah.
So he said me Wagadhoni. Yes.
When I was in I went to JQuat,
the
university along Thika Road.
Yeah.
And so I remember my roommate and my roommate is called Achika. Shout out Churchill Achika, is a great guy, works for the government now. Churchill used to make jokes. He was a very funny guy. So he made a joke once. I think it was a joke. I don't think it was true, but he told me he was passing by one of those buses that come from the village, come to students' graduation, and they were counting the graduates in the village. Now, you see in that household, ya fulani wa fulani, we have a graduate. That other household, we have another graduate. That other household across the ridge, we have another graduate.
Yes.
Now you have also joined that club. You're also a graduate.
And you see, from the region where I come from, the biggest challenge that probably iko na watu wa Yoni is the lack of passion for education.
Okay.
So we have glorified this thing of making money, biashara, unajua, broker, nini.
Yes.
We have a very thriving broker economy. Where do I say is a broker economy? It's not a manufacturing economy.
Yes.
You understand? And we need to know that if we don't manufacture, we'll have a bigger problem in the future. So broker economy ni chukua hii kofia, uzia ule wewe hapa utatengeneza 100, hivyo. It's a chain economy.
Yes.
So because of the success of it and a few success stories unaonyeshwa kwa huyu, education imeacha kupewa passion.
Yes.
There are not even investments toward it even from a family level. Because kijana kinunua pikipiki, mwingine afunguliwe saloon, you go to a town, it has 20 salons.
Yes.
Ina watu wangapi wanakuwa covered? Because kila mtu amefungulia. M-Pesa, kuna M-Pesa 16.
Yes.
And it's ni katown tu kadogo. Unaona? Hiyo business mentality imetuharibu, watu wameacha kusoma. So we don't have a lot of innovators, because there is a way that education helps in critical thinking, leading to innovation. Because critical thinking ndio hiyo creative solving of problems. So unapata kuna kila mtu ni mfanye biashara. Ama wafanye biashara wengi they are only good in the brokerage business have become opinion shapers.
Yeah.
So they have become big investors in the political system. So they always determine mtu wao ndio atakuwa pa, na huo mtu wao wanafikiria kama yeye.
Yeah.
So huyo mtu hata wewe una innovation as part of what should happen. Ule mtu ataingia pale ku protect the interest of the fellow brokers because of what they do. And no disrespect to people doing that business. But I'm saying people from Central Kenya need to start rethinking about education. You understand? And I'll say this, most communities have realized where the world is going. And that's why they are sending, unajua watu wanaenda kusoma wapi Australia, Finland, UK, wapi. Pia huku locally, watu wanapeleka mashule. Even communities that used to be marginalized before, they have realized, hey, the only way to get a lot of people out of poverty is to send most of our kids to school, because they will come back and do a lot of things. So we need, in Central Kenya, they need to start rethinking education as a very big problem that will face them in the future. Ndio unasema hiyo kitu ya kwa nini watu walikuwa wanafurahia hivyo? Because they know somebody there with education. And they can, zote mbili zinaendelea. Wewe unaweza kuwa wengine wanafanya biashara, but we should send most of them to go to school, especially with courses that are going with where the world is going. So graduate.
So you graduate and then you go start working at your cyber cafe, you said?
No. When I graduated, we start looking for jobs.
Okay.
So we are looking for jobs or internships or whatever.
Brown envelopes.
Buddha. Let me tell you, I can give you that email. It used to be my Yahoo email.
Yes.
I checked it. I sent 1694 emails. Kutuma CV. And not even in one that I got a reply. So that cyber used to be a 20th century.
Dave, let's do this. Let me tell my producer something.
Yeah.
Dave, I want you to start a timer. A graphic that comes from 0 to 1694 like in a flash.
Yeah. Ziko. Nikatuma. Tulikuwa hiyo cyber. Na jamaa na Hasu Mukuru. Niachia mbao natembea tao tunapata na best yangu naitwa Masai. Another chick used to be called Sly. Tulikuwa sawa wote so tunaka hiyo 20 bro. Cyber unajua ukiingia cyber na 20 lazima ufanye immediately.
Yes.
Unatuma.
What house is that the cyber is in?
20th century.
Yes.
Kulikuwa na best yangu aitwa Mure. I think alienda majua kwa States. He used to be there. So tunaenda.
Cyber.
Yes. Mara nyingine unaenda hapo unamwambia hata unaiomba unakwambia wewe browse utalipa kesho. So we sent the CV. Then a friend of mine called Robert. Alikuwa anaongea na msee fulani alikuwa anaitwa Gishero. He used to own Surf and Bites. So it used to be hapo tu Campo.
That's a restaurant.
So tukapata job hapo. So Robert got a gig and he called me and my other friend called Kamjo. So nikakuwa manager wa bar. And I think one of the best experiences za kuwork ni hapo. Because you get to understand people. Unajua unadeal na watu somba na walevi. So I worked there for a couple of times. Then I got a job at Equity Bank. As a teller. So I went to Murarandia, it's somewhere in Muranga. Nikaona kindogo civilization na mimi tunaenda hivi.
I heard that story.
So that's when I started the website with my two friends.
Yes.
Isaac and Alfred.
When you're working in the bank, let me understand the mind of a teller. You earn what, 30,000 shillings, 20,000 shillings?
No, it was my salary was I used to take home
25,000.
But because my rent was 800. Kuna mzee alikuwa anaitwa captain alikuwa na bed sitter hapo Mbarandi.
I imagine someone in Nairobi is also earning the same 25,000 shillings at the end of the day. Okay. So what goes through your mind when someone walks in with, I don't know, 5 million shillings, 10 million shillings, or a check, a fat check, and money is just passing in front of you? What goes on in your head?
It is, whatever used to go in my mind is that everything is possible. Because umse ametoa wapi hiyo 5 mic. Mwingine ametoa wapi 10 mic. But the most important lesson for me was learning humility as a virtue. Why? Because our minds and eyes are mostly oriented to look at somebody doing good by how they look like. When you work in the bank, bro, ni kama kitu spiritual, you will not look at people like that. Because you will know when it's flashy, it doesn't have. Most of the times. There is flashy that has. But it's a small percentage. Flashy once of advertising is not there. Most of it. So kuna ka percentage, unanielewa? But the most humble guys, ulikuwa unakuja msee, unajua hata msee umemwangalia, umedunga fit, unajua lazima tungedunga suti na tai. Umedunga fit kuliko msee, anakuja nakwambia unaona amekuja ametoa kakadi unaangalia, buda unafinya hivi finako, that system. Unaona maziwa mnyeusi yako nayo. Then unamwangalia. Na pia unajua ni kama alikuwa amevuta hiyo energy amejua ulikuwa umemdharau. So you change. Unanielewa? So
they also know.
Yes, anajua venye si ule ni unajua ule ni ordinary. Because for him to be humble like that and he's carrying that kind of money, umsi yako na wisdom sana. So ukimapproach ulikuwa unambia karibu customer. Lakini ukifinya sasa you will see automatically the voice of people changing. Like I would see even with my other tellers unasikia. But then with time now you get used. So it humbles you. You learn something that you can have and not show. You understand? And actually the best, if you want to enjoy it the best, mzai wacha kuionyesha. Unanielewa? Na ilinifunza humility sana and how to respect people, not how they look like, but what substance is coming from their head. So though ilikuwa key highlights. So nikapiga bank 6 months and I chomoka. So I ran the website, what's happening, Kauzia Nation. I became a product analyst, brand manager. Fast forward, I joined Scan Group. Then sasa nikatoka kabisa kufanya Jaymo Ule Msee.
I've never understood the business that Scan Group is in. I know they're in the advertising business. I hear copywriting business. I've never wrapped my head around that. And I'll paint the context for you. The reason why I don't understand it is. So my background is I went to JQuat for mechatronics engineering. and then later on I switched fields and I moved into regenerative medicine.
Yeah.
But all along I've understood that my passion is in the media industry, and that's why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
But I've really never understood the business that Scan Group does. What do they actually do?
Scan Group, like you see, it was like a holding company.
Okay.
So below it had so many subsidiaries.
Yeah.
So you had media buying, you had above the line, below the line, you have digital agencies, you have media companies.
Yeah.
You understand? Wakona hizo vitu. And also I think they also had IT companies.
Yeah.
So Scan Group is a brand.
Okay.
You understand? Then
Is
chini,
Scanad one of them? One of the
yes, Scanad is one of them.
Subsidiaries.
Yes, it's one of the subsidiaries. So that's one as Scanad, Mediacom, Score Digital, all those companies. Ogilvy Pia is part of that.
Ogilvy was
Yeah.
Ogilvy and Scanad, are they competitors?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, they are complementary.
Okay. So then maybe what I don't understand is what Scanad does.
Yeah. Scanad was doing, I think, inaitwaje, above the line, media buying and above the line.
Okay.
And of course, creative projects kama creating ads, nini vitu kama hizo. You know, like zile Safaricom za kitambo, hizo ads. Nini hizo vitu. Yes, all those kind of things. So that's been a journey. So for me, the beauty about my journey, one of it is that I've worked in industries that they never crossed my mind.
Yeah.
At any particular time that I would work in those industries.
Yeah.
Because when I was in high school, I was so good in accounting.
Yeah.
So nili apply kufanya BCom, Lower Kabete. But then the average point, I think the cutoff was ilikuwa ni 48. 48. Was it 14 or 47? It was 47. 50.
It's impressive that you even remember the cutoffs ones. I have no idea what they were.
By nini yangu ikakuja either 46.94. So I missed with a 0.06.
Yeah.
Unaona, so nika choose political science and economics. Double major.
Yeah.
So see, I finished. Yes, I work in a bank because of the economics.
Yeah.
Then in a media company, in a advertising company, and now I'm doing new media because Jaymo Ule Msee new media. We're doing digital. So for me, imenionesha the creation of opportunities in areas where they don't exist. Because my media journey came from what's happening.
Yeah.
Now what's happening ni idea tulidiscuss na maboy wangu ni anye. Tukakuwa na platform.
How do you create something like what's happening.co.ke in a world where I think hata internet haiku imesambaa hiyo time. So what cojones inatoka wapi hata kufikiria
because mimi na wase wangu mimi nilikuwa napenda dunda mbaya.
Okay.
Naambia siku moja niulize stories za dunda na kuambia Nairobi in 3D. Yeah. So there was a challenge of us knowing where to go.
Yeah.
So we found ourselves going to one place. Then benye nikafunguka macho nimehang na mabesti wawili nikaanza kudiscover kumbe kuna vitu zingine ni wasea wajuangi. Na hizi vitu zinakuanga noma.
Yeah.
You understand? It's not just going to drink and everything. It's actually a new experience. So we were actually doing it to solve our own problems.
Yes.
So that if there's an event organizer, a bar, a lounge, or a festival somewhere, we could share.
Yeah.
You see, Kenya Buzz was trying to do something different as we were solving a problem at an individual level.
Yes.
So that's why we did that. And what I found is that anytime you create a product to solve your own problem, for example, it's very easy because utakuwa na proof of concept in a solve problem. No, then stop. Unajua watu wengi over imagine pesa. That's where they go wrong.
Yeah.
First solve the problem. The selling or the buying of the concept will not be a problem. If it's solving a problem, lazima itakuwa na customers. So if we would have that attitude, and it's part of the mind revolution of do we want to solve our problems? Why? Even at an individual level, you can be doing very well outwardly, but if you don't solve your internal problems, even this outward will be short-lived. Itakuja ishe. And that's why sometimes lazima ikuje ishe, ndio work on yourself so that when you get it again, you can maintain it. So if we can have that mindset revolution, it can really help a lot of people.
But what I'm seeing here is that you have this revolution of your mindset, but even it's like your mindset has always been revolutionized from way back.
Yeah.
And which is interesting because I don't see you growing up in a lot of trouble, but then again you come up with these solutions in a very, I won't say a weird way, in a very interesting way. Why do you think it becomes important for you to continuously keep reinventing yourself? Because I mean, you work in all these different spaces, you leave them, then you go into Jaymo Ule Msee.
Yeah.
I feel like you've put Jaymo Ule Msee a little bit on the sideline.
Yeah.
Moved
It's
on
the
to
engine.
Bartok and
He's the engine.
whatnot.
Amerudi tu kwa backend. He's an integral part
Ako tu
of
hapa
what is
na
happening.
chill. Yeah.
Jaymo is still a very integral part. Is that now we are told him, you are doing very well in the backend.
Yeah.
You understand? Because, and it's a very good question, you see, I ran when I discovered that, yes, God has given me a mandate. But for my mandate to actually be fully realized, kitu ya kwanza, I need to run myself as a company.
Yeah. So when you start Jaymo Ule Msee, do you go and register Jaymo Ule Msee?
Yes.
Trademark or register the...
But now I'm saying even at an individual level.
Yes.
Mimi, Abdulhakim mwenyewe,
Yeah.
nasema, how can I run myself as a company so that I sort out my issues na kila kitu iendelee? Because if you don't work on yourself, whatever you do outside will always be affected by you later.
Yeah.
Whatever you have.
Yeah.
And that's why I pulled back and I said, let me also first work on myself. So that on my next mission when I'm going, niko clear. Sina issues na software na hardware. Ziko intact. And I can encourage every young man who is owing the path. The best thing you can do is also to work on yourself first. Whatever ambitions you have, hizo ideas zako uko na noma, zinaweza kuja ziku overwhelm, hata ziku destroy.
Ukipata tado. How did you work on yourself?
By continuously studying my mistakes and patterns.
Is it like, do you write them down?
Yes.
And then reminisce over them?
Bro, you need to write them down.
Okay.
You need to sit down na ufanye audit ya life yako, ujiulize hapa juu nilikuwa naenda fiti hivi, nini niliblanda, nini ilitokea.
Yeah.
You need to discover. You got the main source, you get the pattern. Haya, if I want to enjoy life as a family man, what do I need to do? Now I'm a family man. Before I was not a family man. I was living with the different principles and values. So for this to work, because I have a new project as a family, nini nafaa kuwork on myself ndio work successfully. Haya, I have a new business that I'm running there with my friends. Unanielewa? I have this business. So how do I make hii kitu tunafanya hapa na kina Dona, kina Fellow, kina Cliff i work? Ni limitations gani niko nazo at a personal level that can make this not work? You need to work on those so that thing can work. Higher. If I want to spend free time on myself, how was I spending free time before? Right now, how can I spend free time that is will give me more peace, not more chaos in life?
So before, free time would probably be going for dunda.
Yeah, dunda, drinks.
Now it's just going to sit down in some, I don't know, next to
I love, like for now, this is my free time, bro.
Okay.
You understand? We are here building something. You understand? So you start aligning, or I'll go to Takana, Don, Nanani, we discuss great things that can happen.
Why do you think many men then don't do something similar? I have lots of male friends.
Yeah.
And you ask them, when is the last time you hang out with other men just to hang out and share ideas with one another?
Society, bro, that screwed us. You see, when we came, we were lied that success is being seen.
Yeah.
Success is doing. Success is having everything big.
Yeah.
And that's why you find most people of our generation made mistakes, because we came with the mentality, kama ulikuwa unaishi kwa kasingo, unafikiria ukienda kwa 2 bedroom ama 1 bedroom, wewe ni mnoma. Na kumbe ungekaa kwa ile bed sit yako ama single, usave more. Ungekuwa na more freedom. So we became a showbiz led generation. You see, when you buy a car, ndio wasee wanakuambia, hey, wewe ni mnoma. But when you're working on yourself, there is no applause. So we became, our validation and approval start coming from our friends and family. That's why ukijenga manini unataka kuwaleta waone venye umefaa, ndio wakwambia hey, ume. So that really destroyed us. So once you discover that, lazima step back. Na ujiulize muhang na mbogi gani. And I came up through a lesson that changed my life. It asked me, the people that you stay around with, nanini, don't check how you feel around them. Check who you become around them. And since you know yourself, utajua nikiendanga hapa, mufila aje na sikuangi hivi. So what do I become? That changed my life. And then nikajua, your life is your responsibility. There is nobody coming to save you. They keep saying it in the memes and people don't take it seriously. That's actually very serious. Kama kuna meme unafaa kuchukulia.
Life is what you make.
Hiyo nakwambia nobody's coming to save. Bro, I am telling you.
Can we put up that meme, Dave? No one is coming to save you. Your life is your responsibility.
So once you discover that, and then you get discernment.
Yeah.
Unaelewa hiyo statement, by the way, iko na ukweli. Then it can hit you and say, hey, I need to rethink how I'm living.
Yeah.
And the problem with change as a man is it has to be painful.
Yeah.
There has to be some grief into it. Kuna watu manzimu like one time, lakini lazima sasa utabidi we ukae mtiaji.
Yeah. You kind of like shake them off.
Yes. There are some behaviors they used to bamba. Hata sasa hiyo ukikumbuka unaona mazee itabamba.
Yeah.
You need to stop them. And the best way you can do as a man is check your patterns.
Yeah.
Kuchu.
One by
then
one.
you make it painful for yourself. The problem is when you're doing something for yourself, you will not get applause. Or upload or hakuna mahali utapata hiyo nini ama nini. And that's the problem with many people. That's why they start then they fail.
Yeah.
Unaona? Na lazima lakini bro ukiovercome unakuwa master.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, and as a man you must do that. There is a stage that you must not allow yourself as a man to rise.
Yeah.
Or even start doing if you have not worked on yourself.
Because
pain as you grow become more painful.
Is it easy then to meet people who are like-minded as you keep working on yourself? Because, for instance, now I see you're working with Dawn on a beautiful product. And maybe if you want, you can talk about that as well.
Yeah.
So do you find like-minded people that way when you keep working on yourself?
If you keep working on yourself, you will attract such people. Why?
Yeah.
Because if you meet other people with different thoughts, hamuta align.
Yeah.
So you need to study. Kuna kitu watu waangalie energy.
Yeah.
You need to do a study on energy. So you need to know what kind of energy do you possess.
Yeah.
How does it work? Ndio umit na watu ina align. You must vibrate at the same level to do great projects together. If it's business or even personal. Ndio ikue best yako mkimiti nyu dunini. Jiulize.
Yeah.
Kuna wazee nyu patana nao mtashinda mkiongea stories za watu. Za madem. Yaani kila kitu ukitoka hapo bro mpaka ukienda home una feel kumbe ni ile data jo uko na data mingi. So your mind is processing and it has no capacity.
Yeah.
So you need to mimi nikionaga tukianga tunaenda mtaani kifilaji.
Signal.
Unajua hiyo haiwezi.
Signal versus noise.
Yes. So if you start working on yourself, you see you change spaces. So you will start more likely than not. You will connect with people that people can tell you the truth and people that you can have honest conversations that are not taken personally. Na hiyo kamnini hiyo mahali ni mahali mzuri sana.
Yeah.
Peace of mind for a man is the most underrated thing, but it's the most powerful thing you can have.
Yeah.
Because when a man is calm, even your reaction is guided by pause.
Yeah. Una chill.
Yeah. Ego umeiweka huko iko kwa kisigino bro. Ni wewe unaamua kama unaweza ipandisha ama haitaki. Si ego inaamua kama utapanda ama utashuka. Life becomes beautiful.
You are working on something, or you've been working on something beautiful. Dave, let's put up a picture of, what is it called? Kat McCarthy.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you a picture, Dave.
Yeah.
And we can put it up. So it comes up in a very interesting way. And now I see why it could happen that way.
Yeah.
Because like probably your partner must have seen something in you for him to reach out to you and want to do this with you.
Yeah.
So why do you think he was able to recognize that in you?
Because if you study energy, you see energy travels. Ni kaa power, ni kaa waves. It's like, why do we talk on phone, bro? Na hakuna kitu na wewe nda kusikia. It's the same with energy. And people avoid. So energy, ukiona kama una vibrate at the same level, you'll want to connect with that person. So when Evolve reached out, si nimekuonesha hiyo kitu ni message alituma. I was like, wow, this is it.
Is it okay? We can shout out Evolve,
yes.
Let's put up a picture of DJ Evolve, man.
Yes, you understand? When he shared that, and I come with my boy Cliff, he introduced me to his bro Don. And it's like, yo. And we
do you have a picture of the four of you together?
Yes, I'm going to send you.
Send it to me. You can put it up.
Vibration, bro.
Vibration.
When you know about that, that's why even when you start something, you'll fight for it. You'll protect it. Utakuwa unajua hapo tunafaa kufanya hivi na hivi. That's how it should be. You understand? Because if you don't study your energy, utakuwa unaenda meetings za familia ama na nini. Unarudi ukifeel ka shit na ujui ni nini, bro. yes,
for the discussion at all.
yes. But now, if you have studied energy, you can still go and know how to protect yourself.
Yeah. And then, so you do something interesting here. So do you guys sell this in stores? Or?
Yes, we sell in stores, wines and spirits. We also on Chupa Chap. It's a 24-hour delivery e-commerce platform.
Yeah.
Greenspoon pia ni e-commerce platform. And tuko ukienda B&D utatupata, Beyond, Tin and Lit, Bamboo. You understand? Milandi. We are in a couple of stores.
What is the effect of taking Katma Kadhi?
Bro.
Can you break down that name for me by the way?
Yes, Katma Kadhi. So Katma Kadhi. So kuna time tulikuwa lap, tukiwa tu hivyo maboy wanne. So tulikuwa tunataka kulaunch kitu yenye iko na pilipili. But we didn't know how to do it because we have other variants of natural. Ours is not jaba juice.
Yes.
It's a natural energy drink.
Okay.
Because it's a purely organic. We have hibiscus, beetroot, and one has pineapple. Na pia hii chili iko tu na hibiscus, beetroot, na iko na, you understand, and the chili. So we said we wanted to launch something called Jeba Peri. You know peri peri chicken.
Yeah.
So tukatengeneza hata logo. Because our other brand is called Jeba. I'll show you. I'll share with you that logo. You'll see it.
Yeah.
But then tukakaa hivi so siku moja tumekaa. Then I was reading something about Mahatma Gandhi.
Yeah.
Because I like studying him because of the model of the world that he was advocating for. A model full of peace, a model full of love.
Yeah.
You just doing good things. And then I said, bro, by the way ukikunywa jiwe yetu.
Yeah.
Hata ukiwa msemu evil, madaimono upotea.
Yeah.
I'm telling you for a fact.
Demons inapotea.
Yes. And then
Wilberforce, do you want to come in here real quick?
And then we said, what's the challenge? Sisi tunataka kufanya vitu mingi lakini sometimes hauna energy. Hauko alert.
Yeah.
So Katma Kadhi makes you alert.
Yeah.
It makes you focus, it gives you energy. It makes you detect energy.
Yeah.
When you're on it, kukasirika ka fala uwezi bro.
You recognize your energy.
You understand? You can have difficult conversations without being personal. But jamuhimu, ukikunywa Katma, you can hold meetings with yourself without the meetings becoming chaotic. Unajua kuna mtu ujita mkutano alafu watu wengi tunaingia anxiety, depression kwa nini? Because we can't face ourselves.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, the best thing as a man that you can do is to face yourself.
Yeah.
Yani unajua niliblanda. Na una take pride ni mimi, yes, nilifanya hivyo. But then what will prevent this mistake from recurring in the past?
Yeah.
Wase wengi waendelee because anytime you go to God, you're still seeking forgiveness for the same sin. Ule msiano unamzoea jo. Unaona? So for you to change, lazima zao change mpaka zile sins unafanya. So when you upgrade, your sins has to become different.
Yeah.
So that the kind of conversations you have with Allah ama Mungu, ni tofauti sana.
Yeah.
So our juice can make you do that.
Yeah.
Our juice
that is a very serious claim.
And please just try it. And namekwambia wewe jaribu. Uone if you're going through something, if you are doing something, wewe jaribu tu juice yetu.
So would it be putting you into, I don't know, some level of like you feel levitated? Like do you
No, there is
high?
no high. It removes the prejudice that exists in everyone.
So
what
it
makes you judge
down,
people?
relaxes you?
Yeah, calms you down, relaxes you. Your mind become organized.
Okay.
They can face chaos. The reason why wezange ku face chaos is a man you mind yako ina operate vitu ka 16. Na unafikiria wewe ni master. This one brings you down. So you'll focus on one issue at a time and you'll be peaceful while hiyo time ukinywa juice yetu msia kujaribu kukuvuruga. Utamwambia hii is a Buddha.
It's very interesting because you're saying all this. I got an opportunity to hang out with the scientists behind the chemical formula.
In the house. Yes.
This drink.
Yeah.
And if whatever you're claiming that it does, if whatever you claim that it does, it actually does, then I think it's something.
Ukipiga,
you say it's an organic
pure organic. Ukipiga lazima ukue Mahatma Gandhi. Yes, it connects. By the way, lazima ukue Mahatma Gandhi. Level yako. Whatever level of awareness ama umefunguka. Lazima ukue Mahatma. I'm telling you for a fact. Yeah.
You know, that's interesting. And now we're going to switch gears here a little bit on this note.
Yes.
And let's talk about Karim Maleek.
Yes.
Maleek Karim?
Abdulhakim. Yes, Amir Maleek.
Or Amir.
Yes.
Amir Maleek.
Yeah.
Yes. Abdulhakim
Yes.
Amir Maleek.
Yeah.
So I'm just chilling in my in during was it before Christmas or something?
Yeah,
Somewhere
waiting
around
for
there.
us to do our interview.
Then I look at my phone. So for context, this video is recorded 2 days after Christmas, 3 days after Christmas, thereabout.
Yeah.
Maybe no, a few days after Christmas. Anyways, 2025.
Yeah.
And so around a week before today, Jaymo did something. I was looking at Nairobi Gossip or something, and I see you there getting a kanzu and, converting to Islam.
Yes.
And of course, downstream, I get to see what's in the grapevine, and I get to see you saying that you talked to Pastor T, and Pastor T wasn't responding to you, whatever you're looking for. And so you decided to find a path for yourself where people would listen to you.
That's the first misconception is a confusion that people are thinking that I converted because Pastor T did not respond.
Okay.
My post, and I even wrote it, I'm saying I'm writing this to challenge the guy to be better and the church in Kenya generally to be better.
Yeah.
Ndio kanisa yajakuwa ni showbiz. You cannot be on TikTok videos telling people, hey, when you're going through something, talk to someone. Yet you are that someone and you cannot be talked to. It's not entitlement.
So you're calling
people out to be better. Me writing to him is like any other person who could have reached out to him.
Yeah.
But I have a platform to raise about if a man of God is calling upon his congregation to be accountable, the man of God needs to be accountable himself.
It's interesting because I've been trying to get him here.
You understand?
I DM'd him.
Yeah.
And I hope he still comes after he hears me say this. Yeah. So I DM'd him, and then I think he responded.
Because you see,
Instagram showed me he responded, and then when I opened, the message was not there, and I was like, okay.
Because you see, for me, ukiangalia kuna hiyo message ya church yenye inaingia na kuna yake mwenyewe akisema, hey bro, I will reach out.
Yeah.
The point is, let me tell you something, bro. If whatever I was going through killed me, the guy probably would have come out with a message saying, Jaymo tried to reach out to me, na nilikuwa nimuone kesho, lakini mazee ameenda. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. We must call out this hypocrisy. He's a great guy. I'm a fan of his content. I'm a fan of his some of the teachings. But I'm saying, si tuko generation ya real. Yes, yeye ubonga viril. Si yeye ni mse wa street. Kama anaongea real, lazima tumwambie real. Ni real. Mimi sisemi ati. Unajua si ati lingia Kiislamu juu. I have said that is what the church is also doing.
Yes. Ignoring the pain of the masses.
Yes. So if you can't reach out, please stop writing that you will reach out.
Yeah.
That's not entitlement. Unanielewa? Unless, but you see, and it's so unfortunately, we have so many apologists for our men and women of God. So many people, because you don't like Jaymo Ule Msee or Abdulhakim for various reasons, they are writing a lot of nonsense. And it's exposing also a lot of ignorance. Unaona, yani watu what I'm calling stupid success. Stupid success is when you're probably doing well in life, you have a lucrative job or a business or something, you're driving. Unajua hiyo kuna hiyo ka element ya middle class, for example. But then your stupid success, what I call it in quotes, inakufanya ufikirie you have an opinion over everything without engaging critical thinking. Unasahau you are not a specialist. First of all, understand the issue well. I will tell you today here why I converted to Islam. I shared that story so that people can know that, hey, sometimes men of God can also promise something and they are not able to do it. Not to vilify them, but also to show that, hey, be accountable. Because kama ni mimi, ningekuwa nimeambia T, ni aje, aniambia, hey, kuja hapo Limuru 3 p.m. nikose kwenda. Something happens to me. He could have said, yo, I told this dude to come at 3 p.m. He never came. True or not? And that's also pia mimi hiyo time ningekuwa kwa hiyo position watu wa learn. So agoezi kuadua ni man of God, but you can't be corrected. And then you go hire bloggers and you are and some stupid guy is writing to me na wanaandika ni ufala. Unajua watu kazi hizi hatuogopaki kila kitu. Si tu Abdulhakim kama naogopa. The journey I've walked in my life is so powerful. But we must call a spade a spade. He can do better. That's what I told him. But then people, Jaymo got entitled. Kama ulifaka maisha yako sijui nini. oh my god, if you knew about your life you would shut up.
Yeah.
Unanielewa? So kuna mafala wengi tena sana wamekuwa wengi na wako na opinion. There's a guy so a meme saying the problem with social media is that idiots can also give an opinion.
Yeah.
And it's the worst thing, you know that? Yeah? Because you can analyze, you don't have to agree with me. But sasa hao mafala niliwabait na hiyo kitu.
Yeah.
Unaona, nimeandika ukweli. Sasa wameenda din imetembea. You understand?
Yes.
Yes. You know they don't know. You understand? And every time that's what is being done. Because their need to write nonsense overrides their need to be better people.
Yeah.
So lazima uwalau Wakenya wakuwe hivyo. That's how they learn, you know? That's how they learn.
From what I'm getting is that you started this journey into Islam faith a long time ago.
Long time ago.
How long has it taken you to get to you publicly declaring
5
that
years, bro.
5 years?
Yes, it's over 5 years.
So what made it take 5? I mean, I'm imagining you're reaching out to Pastor T 5 months ago, 6 months ago.
Do you know, that's why I'm saying people don't understand. I was reaching out, needing spiritual help.
Yes.
Not to join his church, not to do anything. Uni mse nimeona kwa ma videos mazivenye anaongea
passionately. Are you personal friends?
No, we are not.
Okay.
You understand? That's what people need to know. We don't know each other.
Yeah.
Unanielewa? Nimeona mse anabamba anaongea vitu za watu sisi millennials, watu za Gen Z venye anaongea kwa hiyo lugha. I'm going through
Jaymo Ule Msee Gen Z, just saying.
No, I'm a millennial. That said millennial and Gen Z issues. So I've seen somebody who's talking those issues with passion.
Yeah.
And he's connected them with God that he's serving.
Yes.
So niko na issue ya kimillennial. Na naweza taka tu kukaa na umse veje tu bonga nimwambia tu story yangu for spiritual help. Not for any other kind of help and guidance. Because kama yeye ni master venye you claim kwa hizo issues is very easy to have a conversation with him.
Yes.
So many people are saying, why didn't you reach out to many other pastors? I chose that pastor. That's why wewe mjinga unaenda kanisa fulani. Uendagi kanisa zote.
Yeah.
Otherwise ungekuwa unapiga rotation. Unaanza PCA, hiyo saa nyingine unaenda kwa Korino, hiyo time nyingine unaenda hapo. Unaona, so for those asking that questions, that's why I was reaching out. Unaona, then mjamaa juzi nimeconvert na muona amekamp kwa ma stories zangu.
Now I was scrolling through your stories.
You understand? So, the jamaa amekamp kwa ma stories zangu.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, why you
Did you
camping?
reach out though?
No.
Okay. You were just checking out the stories.
Ma stories zote nikiweka. Jamaa kwa hapo ndani.
Yeah.
Nikasema no, this dude.
So that's when you decided to call him
Yes, I've said, no, stop. Because he's a person I value, ni mtu nimeweka juu. Na kama hivi ndio unajibeba, haufai kudu hivi.
Yeah.
Juu unaweza poteza watu wengi sana. Na siwezi ona ukifanya hiyo kitu.
I like how you say that passionately, man. You say it with such conviction.
Yeah. What are you doing in my stories? And you promised to reach out.
Yeah.
So what are you coming to check? That now I'm Muslim. Kwenda huko.
So let's talk about this journey then. So 5 years ago, what happens that inspires you to want to start the journey towards becoming?
So I've had very good Muslim friends. So there's a guy called Dagane.
Yeah.
Kina Ibra, Kina Moha. So I met them back then. Yeah. And there's a guy called Abdul. You need to know that name, Abdul.
Yes.
I met him during that phase.
Yes.
So these are people I've interacted in different things. Social things. Not even doing business with.
Yes.
Unaona. So unaona. Kuna kitu fulani uground wase ndio wafanye kitu fulani.
Yeah.
And I'm standing that as a man. Because a man to succeed, you need a higher calling.
Yeah.
And you need a high authority that grounds you and regularizes venye unafanya vitu. You need to discover that as a man.
Yes.
So, awase nikaangalia value zao. I've traveled with them. Nimeenda Garissa, Wajir. Nimeenda Diff. Diff is very close to Kismayu. I've gone to the meetings.
That's in Somalia.
You understand? Yeah.
Diff.
No, Diff, no, is on the border
of
Somalia and Nini. Nimeenda functions zao. Wamekuja functions zangu. You understand? Even the day I was nilikuwa na I was doing my dowry ceremony. I had a lot of many Muslim friends who came to support me.
Yes.
So I've started the journey and started seeing why do these people do certain things in a certain way? Because I'm not Islam. And that's what inspired me now to start studying what does Islam stands for. Because before then, whatever I knew about Islam was based on stereotypes and informations passed to me. Nakumbuka naweza kurudisha bado nikiwa kampo, nilikuwa nakaa na madhangu Park Road. So nilikuwa na besti yangu naitwa Grifo, Cheche, Kenzai, nani, au mabaki na matuna nini. So sometimes tukienda kucheza ball, ni time ya Ramadhan, wakifungua kwa hiyo mosque hapo Park Road. Sisi tulikuwa tunaenda pia tunaingia tunapiga hiyo mchele. Kuna siku hata nilienda viatu zangu zikaibiwa na mimi pia nikavaa za msee nikaambua inaendanga chain hivyo.
So that actually happened?
Yes, my shoes were stolen. So I also...
Were they expensive shoes?
No. That's the day. No, it's normal shoes, but that's nikajua. Ukiendanga hiyo time lazima uende na kitu. So I think the last guy probably got a very good shoe. So we used to interact with wanacheza ball na akina Nadim, akina Yusuf. Wase walikuwa wanacheza ball na walikuwa nakaa huko Isilina, mwingine Juja. I have people in Mombasa, my friends, kuna na best yangu mwingine anaitwa Nadim. Hao si wote venye nimeinteract nao, nilikuwa nashangaa ni nini inafanya wakue wase wapoa. Because let's call a spade a spade. Christianity is a good religion, but you also have so many bad people. Ni venye sasa mtakuja hii segine mseme unasema hivyo na kuna mtu alirusha bomu hapo. Hiyo kuna watu wengine pia. There's a lot of bad things. You understand what I'm saying? Like being a bad person. So nikaanza kujiuliza sasa interact now. Nini inafanya wakue? Juu kuna vitu unaona wanafanya differently. You see they must have meals as a family. You see how they come through for each other is different.
They support each other.
Yes, you understand. Whether it's a personal level, business, even in politics na vitu kama hizo zote, leadership,
and even, like loans and interest free loans.
Yes, all those kind of things. So I said let me start studying Islam, and I've been studying it through to Google, kufanya nini, kuangalia. Then 5 months ago, a friend of mine, ilikuwa ni July or something, called Ahmed, that I was introduced to by Abdul.
Abdul seems to have played a very pivotal role in this journey.
Yes. Gave me a Quran. Yes.
English
you understand?
or Arabic?
English.
Quran? Okay.
Yes, when I was given in that room, it was Abdul, there was Mahdi, there was that Ahmed, there was Yusuf.
Let's put that picture, Dave.
You understand? All those people. So I say, umsi akanipatia Quran. Nilibeba Quran kwa nini? Tukiwa hapo niliwaambia, by the way, inataka kujua hii kitu sana. So he gave me a Quran. So I've been studying the Quran. Nimeisoma. Nika-internalize. And also doing other things. And it also came at a time when I said, you know what? The next phase of life that I want to start. I want to start with a higher calling. I want to be accountable to a higher authority. I want my life to be grounded, you see, on the anchorage of faith, service, and purpose. It's a choice. You understand? And that's what powered me to do it. Now dimwits are saying because this guy did not rama fala venye wana reason ni kama hamjui Jaymo Ule Msee adijuzi kupata adiliamua, but you see that's the interpretation, that's level ya discernment iko hapo hiyo kitu. Hiyo kitu nimeandika hapo actually iwasaidie nyinyi mafala wenye wanasema hivyo ni nyinyi juu nataka iwasaidie, but story for another day. So I said when I decided that, I remember I went I called Mahdi. Because I tried to call Abdul, I was not. I called Mahdi. I told him Mahdi.
Mahdi is Ahmed?
No.
Okay,
Mahdi is called Hussein. I told him, I want you to take me to the mosque. Yes, me. Unataka kwenda mosque? I want to go and convert. So Mahdi called chairman. They organized, and then my friends took me to the mosque, and I became a Muslim. It's as simple as that. It's been a journey. Lakini sasa wafikiria na unajua ni kuarushia wale unataka because that's the journey. And I'm feeling so good, so refreshed. I feel so light. My head is clear. Because when you want to take upon big responsibilities, bro, lazima uwe na God.
Did you ever feel...
Do you know why you need God?
Okay.
Because God will guide your leadership. God will guide your path. So that whatever you do, if you offer yourself to be able to serve the people, you need somebody so that whatever comes, whatever ideas and everything, you will align them with justice, not injustice. You understand? So uko na grounding. Unaweza fanya hivyo. At a personal level, there are things you can do. At a leadership level, there's something you can do. Whatever you are doing, is champion. Yani kuna hiyo kitu inacheke ya.
Yeah.
Mungu ana kitu fulani nikitaka kufanya kitu najiulizaga na God atasema hiyo kitu aje. You understand? Even I was writing that story. You know, there are people, stupid people who are thinking I did it for malice. No.
Yeah.
That guy is a beast. He can become a great guy if he wants to be.
Yeah.
But he needs to stop doing certain things. It's no judgment.
Yeah.
Unanielewa? Niliandika hata nilijiuliza God akiona hii kitu huko nje atafurahia. Yes, atafurahia. Because if you are claiming to be his minister, you need to be ministerial.
Yeah.
You understand? So, but na feel mazeni kona raha sana. I know I'm going to become a better person.
Yeah.
It's for sure. You understand? In terms of vile na deal na watu na vile nafanya mambo.
True.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you a couple of questions here. One of them being, did you look for whatever you're looking for in Christianity and you didn't find it in Christianity at all?
I am not at all going to rubbish Christianity and say, bro, Christianity is the din that built me.
Yeah.
You understand? There are things that I did not do because my Sunday school teacher
instructed you in the right way.
No, so Mwendia. We call a grandmother to Mwendia, may she rest in peace. There are things she taught me. There are things that have been anchored. You see, God is God. God is universal. Jesus is mentioned a lot of times actually in the Quran, bro.
Yeah.
I've been reading it very many times. So is not what I'm changing is not ati sasa ati nimepiga ati nimeenda on loan.
Yeah.
Kwa Allah, alafu sasa ati nirudi kwa God wa Kristiano. No, God is the same.
Yeah.
Is the doctrine, is some teachings and values that I've chosen to anchor myself on this path. You understand? There are people who are on that path, they will go where they are going. But for me, I have chosen this one because I have seen the doctrines, I've seen the values, I've seen the practicability, I've seen people practicing it. No, yani ni kitu jenu inatoka kwangu. Unanielewa? Because the worst thing you can do with religion, for example, is to be baited to it or attracted to it like it happens. You've seen on TV people, ads being run to poll people through testimonies and those guys. Yeah. So, but this one, there is no.
Yeah.
Unanielewa? Pale, it doesn't matter. There is no class in a mosque, bro. Hakuna muhesha ati akuje akae hapa mbele. Ati yule alitoa harambee akuje. No, a mosque is a mosque.
And I think that's where Christianity, you said you're not going to bash it, but
I'm not bashing it, but I'm just saying.
But
there's no.
Let's paint the truth.
Yes.
And painting the truth here is calling out things
like
those. For example, treating other people as if they are better than other people.
Bro, it happens every day.
Telling people that, come forth and you will be healed and you'll be able to walk.
Yet you are going to hospital.
And yet you are going to hospital.
For operations. Yeah.
And sometimes it even goes to an extent where it's actors who do that. Yes. I was even told there's a guy who slapped some parishioner recently in his church. I was even told that the guy who was slapped in that church he was a paid actor.
When I was a young guy, bro, there was a big crusade came. We went to Gatodo Stadium.
Yeah.
12 people were healed. Then,
were you one of them?
No. 12 people were healed. Then a couple of months, kusikia kina guka yangu akiwa kwa shop akiongea na wazee wanasema ati research watu wameulizana hao watu wameponywa ni wa kijiji gani. There is no evidence, there is no guy. Kumbe this guy came with his own guys.
Yes. And he healed them.
And then he knew. So anasema huyu tumeponya ni wa ile ngambo. Lakini nyinyi mkienda hiyo ngambo amuoni umsenioni. Lakini mulisikia a certain location that but uendangi imeta. So mkipatana na mzee yule anamwambia ule mzee wa hiyo mtaa yenu alihiliwa. Anamwambia hakuna mzee kao yuko kwa mtaa yetu. So for me I said I chose a din of truth.
Yeah.
And truth is how it is practiced by its members. You understand? And for me, my anchoring and my calling and the things that I want to do, I want to be in that place.
Yeah.
Vizuri sana. Unanielewa?
Yeah.
Because that high authority will ground me, it will guide me. I want to commit. If I want to lead, I must be led.
Yeah.
You understand? So if I want to lead, I must be led by higher spirit. And leading, it is in my personal life, in my business life, in my family life, in my political life. All those facets need to be governed by a high authority. Yes, and that's why it's a personal choice. If I see people advising me, ati nini na nini na nini, no. you don't need to advise me.
Yeah.
Advise yourself.
When you were making this journey, did you consult anyone at all? Anyone from your family, for instance?
No. I actually had informed my wife that I'm going to convert.
Yeah.
And then I informed my mom. I can show you the message my mom sent me.
Yeah.
After I sent her the video. Do you know what? I can read to you.
Yeah.
My mom told me, wow, you said it, I thought you were joking. All the best on your journey and wish you well. With God, all things are possible in life. Because I told her, like, madhangu nilikuwa nimemwambia kama kuna time tumona naye, like, couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. You
understand? And my wife wrote me a very good text when I sent the video, said, congratulations on you found faith. May God guide you. You understand?
What happens to your wife, though? I mean, from my understanding, in Islam, your spouse has to be a Muslim too.
No. You see, those are the stereotypes and things.
Okay.
You see, I cannot tell my wife to join Islam. You see, I would want to see her join if she sees me becoming a better person. And she sees also like, hey, I think I can have more peace there, or I can be a better person.
Yeah.
But other than that, I let her be, bro.
But what does the doctrine of Islam, does the doctrine then
you
allow
see,
only new converts?
You see, my case is different.
Okay. So
you see,
you are Muslim,
yes.
whoever you marry,
yes.
Okay.
But this one is different. And that's why, you see, things keep evolving.
Yeah.
So that when you have a situation that mine, then Allah will provide direction.
Yeah.
And how can this go on? You understand? But we still continue to live and to celebrate each other. You cannot consult anyone on your conversion.
Yes.
Or on the new path that you found. Why can't you do that? Because spirituality is so intimate, bro. Ni intimate kuliko kitu yote. How you relate with God. So if me and you don't have conversation about God issues, tukipatana tunaongeanga mambo ingine. Nikikuwa Muislamu unataka nikwambie ndio ufanye nini? Why do you want me to tell me my story about with God? I want you, nataka tukuja tukibonga niko na Allah. So that even whatever you ask me, nitakuwa na hiyo wisdom ya kukujibu. Unaona, there are people, and you must be very careful, who become so entitled in your life because they want to know all your moves.
Yeah.
Even godly ones. Sijui kama unanielewa, the kind of creepiness with people. Yani wanataka mpaka nikaa kabla uombe msee anataka kwambia hebu nitumie hiyo note hizo agenda unataka kuambia Mungu akwambie toa agenda 4 hii unaweza ambia God next week. As one niggas want to be, bro, in your life.
But I mean, I'm happy for you that you found this faith, and I wish you all the best in this journey.
Thank you so much, man.
I'm not sure if you, how extensively did you read the Bible? I know after Ahmed gave you the Quran, you read it extensively.
Bro, I've read the Bible 5 times.
Yes.
I practice. There's a lot of learnings, bro.
Yeah.
I've learned from the Bible. I cannot even drop them. I'll just become even better.
Yeah.
Bro, sahi mimi ni bro. Niko na both versions.
When you compare the two of them, when you mesoma Biblia yote na Quran yote, when you combine them, or not combine, but when you compare them, do you think, is there specific places where they are at loggerheads with one another?
If you can say no, there's nowhere.
Doctrinally.
You see, their constitutions. What is it? Is that this other one, it has a lot of, what I would say, loopholes. And zinatumika vibaya. Because what...
Like the Bible?
Yes, because most people have not read it for themselves.
Okay.
You understand? It's just your church leader or something who interprets it for you.
Yeah.
But you need to pray for discernment. Ndio uweze kuwa interpret. It's a very, very noble book, by the way.
But why do you think there's
it's because practicing, you see on the other side, and I will tell you, there's a lot of grounding.
Yeah.
There's a lot of peer review. Unaona, kuna kitu ukiwa na Muislamu mwenzako hamtafanya. Sijui kama unanielewa. Unanielewa? Yani kuna kitu uwezi fanya juu dini imekataa na inapracticewa very very regularly.
Yes.
Lakini hii nyingine tunaweza jivinya mahali tufanye kitu na bado asubuhi tuseme mwadhani yagoshwa nini and I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm just saying on this other side there is better brotherhood than this other side, which is a fact. True brotherhood. The other side you can have a guy who is actually akona mandugu wake wa kweli na yeye amebarikiwa na watoto wa brother wako wanaweza kuwa wasomi. On this other side on this other side You can have a rich guy who's a stranger,
Yes.
and he's educating the children of a person they don't know.
Yes. Well, there's a handful of Christians who will probably do that.
No,
Let's give
they
them
are.
10 days.
You say handful.
Yes.
And these
So
other
in,
side.
in Islam, you want to tell me that everybody supports everybody?
I'm
There's-
saying.
you
I'm
don't
saying.
have those bad
No,
elements?
they are rogues, but the rogue level is kidogo.
Ni kidogo.
The other side, I'm not saying in bad things, but it's higher.
Okay.
You understand?
I see what
There is
you
a lot of not practicing what the doctrine say,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of practicing what the doctrine say. The problem here is just practicing,
Yeah.
but they say it a lot of times.
Do you think that
They say
would
it a lot
be-
of times. They say it a lot of times, but practicing,
Hypocrisy.
yes, practicing is where most people. Kwani tunaendanga familia yote unapata kila mtu ameokoka lakini hawaongeleshani. Kwani Mungu anasema aje? Hai.
Kwani kwa Uislamu hakuna nyawaongelesha?
No, they are.
Yeah.
The numbers are low. That's what I'm saying. Because there is a practicing of, because you cannot claim a lot of the things that you don't do.
Yeah.
You go to a funeral, everyone is saved. Lakini kila mtu amekuja na pastor wao.
Yeah.
Because watu waongeangi kwa hiyo familia, and yet they claim. So I'm not, I can give
I see what you mean.
101 examples, bro.
I see what you mean. So what I'm
You understand?
seeing here. the
Listen,
point-
something like alcohol.
Yeah.
Unajua ni poa tuonge story ya tei. Mimi nimekunywa tei.
Yeah.
Niko na mabeste wamekunywa tei. Niko na mabeste najua wamelemewa na tei. You understand? I have a very good friend who I know that tei na umse ni beast. Yani tei kamtoka tu, yani ni mse mnoma.
Yeah.
But unaona kama hiyo story ya tei. Kama wewe ni kijana huko mtaani na unalemewa uko na shida.
Yeah.
Na tei unajua tei tu ndio hivyo. I am telling you, if you get to Islam, you can actually stop, because you'll be around people who will make you not to drink a lot of it. For example, if you are a certain addiction, if you are doing something, so you need to look at things so that tuache hii mambo tu ya fashion. Sundays we do XYZ, but we don't practice.
Yeah.
You see, it's good if you want to practice kunaitwaje, like you want to practice spirituality. Please sit around a brotherhood that also upholds certain
Values.
and that's an example. So we have to look also at how religion also can help solve some of the problems we face as a society.
Yeah.
What is the biggest problem kwa village?
Poverty, maybe.
Poverty. Biggest problem ya vijana ni nini?
Unemployment.
So leading to what? There's a lot of drinking of illicit.
Yeah. Bro.
You understand? For example, so we can look at creatively, how can we also handle certain things? No. If, for example, you're facing a depression and anxiety, if you start praying and you become a believer, you're praying 5 times a day, bro. So at every time ukifanya kitu uko na God. Sijui kama unanielewa. It becomes a discipline. And you have to look at your weakness as a man and say, how can I? Because remember, you are creative to first solve your own problems.
Yeah.
Si ni ukweli? So useme, what can I do so that I can lead my life while I am uncut? And there's a lot of uncut people who are Christians. There's a lot of uncut people who are Muslims na nini. But we must see, because everyone deserves to be happy in this world. Everyone deserves peace. Si wewe peke yako, jue kwenye una do well, so you don't care about other people. Unanielewa? So there's so much I can share about why reaching out to that decision, but that thing you cannot share it with anything else, and I can tell you that for a fact.
Do you ever feel like Christians and Muslims are always fighting with one another?
No, they are not fighting. There's a lot of propaganda and stigma. Actually, si nimekuambia mimi ndio niko hivi. Si nimekuwa Mkristo. I've hung out with my Muslim brothers, bro, for a very long time. I have never been looked differently.
I'm saying that because when you converted to Islam, there was Christians who were up in arms like, man, why did you leave?
Mafala,
You've gone to the wrong side. You've gone to the enemy.
And that's why I'm saying, Mafala will always comment without facts.
But if you are a Muslim, for instance, and you converted to Christianity, the same thing will happen.
That's
Muslims will come and say,
that's what I'm saying. Mafala ni universal.
Okay.
It doesn't depend who is leading them.
Okay.
You understand? And there are people who worship religion than worship Allah.
Yeah.
Okay? So if you worship religion, is a brand you want to be recognized with, utabash msee mwingine akifanya change. But if you worship God,
Yeah.
before you even write the comment, utataka kujua hii comment yangu, is it God ordained? Yeah, would God be happy with the nonsense I'm writing? It doesn't matter which side you're on.
Yeah.
You understand? It's a question of wisdom, bro. Na lazima nikuambie, go by the comments. A lot of people are sick and they need help. Because if that's the reasoning of such a simple matter, you can imagine now the kind of brain they engage on complex issues. That's why we are having a lot of problems. Even such a thing, mtu amesema hivyo. They use the brain on a complex issue. Oh, it's chaos, bro. Yeah. And that's what the problem is.
And that's a very interesting concept, man.
Yeah.
But Jaymo, I am proud of you because you took that step and it was very personal. Many people probably want to take the same step, but they are afraid, they're scared. Yeah. They probably either in Christianity and they want to move to Islam or vice versa. And they are probably just in a situation where they are not able to actually even decide. So the fact that you decided is very brave. You've probably been bashed a little bit.
Of course. And if you're not bashed, kuna kitu moja muko na policy moja. When you want to do something for yourself, you must ask yourself, what would many people do? When you see, once you get a picture of what many people would do, don't do what many people would do. Okay? Because, and when you do something for yourself, very few people will be unhappy. Very few people will be happy about it. Because kuna ile familiarity. Kuna watu wamekuzoea vile uko na mashinda zako na nini, and they're happy to see you go. So when you do something that makes their insecurities come out, or their deficiencies na nini, of course lazima wakuwe antagonized. Yes. Kuna mzee anijui na anaandika, then you say we are not having people with mental problems. Huyu mzee bro adijui, but ukisoma comment yake you can say we were yani tulilelewa na yeye. So for those, unajua mazee hizo comment mazee wajui venye wasezo ni bamba na zinanipatianga power sana. Tena sana. I think nikazikosa tena nitasikia hata vibaya. Yes, and also the good thing is, I think the government, they need to check the kind of society we are dealing with. People need help. People need help. And the private companies, churches, mosques, nini, we must start program for people just to induct yourself to be a good person. You are an asshole. How do you stop being an asshole?
How do we help you out? And I think that's the whole point of religion. But man, Jaymo, thanks so much for coming through.
Thank you so much, bro.
I'm really happy that you were able to heed my invitation and, humbly accepted to come over. And man, it's really amazing. As we're landing this plane in the tradition of this podcast, we have this tradition that we treat our guests like presidents.
Okay.
And so we borrowed this from the U.S. presidency, where the president in office normally leaves a letter to the next guy coming into office. And so since this is a podcast and what we do here is ask questions, the guest who was here most recently left a question for you. And I'm going to ask it now. I know I don't see the question until right now. You're also going to get an opportunity to leave a question for the next guest. But your question is, if you are to travel the world, what is one thing you would change in it?
I would change the understanding of what love is. Because all the problems we have in the world is people not understanding what love is. Love is not what you receive. Love is what you give. Many people, the reason why they are wakona issues now because of they gauge life with what they receive, not what they give. If you change it that way, bro, hautakuwa na shida. Because your giving will be the real love. Then the true giving is the one that you give with this hand, and this hand does not know. But we have become very good publicists of our own good deeds.
Watch a camera.
Yes, real, And giving. And we want to share the glory with Allah. You can't share glory na Mungu. We unataka kuonesha venye umefanya. Wewe umefanyiwa nani? Ndio unafaa kuwa unaambia asante. That's why you wouldn't want to be seen. You would want more his hand to be seen than yours. But we want more of our hand to be seen. So we are competing with God. Hapo ndio blanda iko. So I would change because that would make the world a better place. Yeah.
Interesting, man. I love your description.
Yeah.
But here's your opportunity to write your question to the next guest on the show. Whenever you're ready, after thinking about it, you can go ahead and write it. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
This has been awesome, man. Jaymo.
Yeah.
Abdulhakim Amir Maleek.
Yes.
Did I get it correct this time?
Yes. Very
Okay,
correct.
I've been butchering it, man.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for coming.
Thank you so
here,
much,
man.
bro. Yeah.
If someone was listening to us this entire time and they didn't get anything from our entire conversation, what's the one thing you would want to leave them with?
I would tell them, if you're a man somewhere and you're going through something, just know God has an answer. Just seek God. Most of the other materials, advices, nini, utapewa nini, zingine zitakuwaik, zingine zitakuprovoke na nini. But if you seek God, because when you seek God, you know the truth, even about yourself.
Yeah.
For me, that's the only thing I'll tell someone. And once you do that, you become, utakuwa, hakuna kitu utadili nayo.
Yeah.
So wherever you are, whatever, unaweza kuwa maybe you believe na God, you believe na Allah, but you need to seek Him for a man to succeed.
Yeah.
That's why you are created before than anyone else.
Yeah.
So that you can always give a reference to Him. Hata Adam sa ile Eve alitokea na ile nini matunda, ange seek God kabla akule. Now, bro, you would not be dealing with these Pastor T problems, you know.
Yes. Jaymo. Oh man, if you made it this far, I think it's because you did like this episode. I've been hanging out with Jaymo Ule Msee today, also called Abdulhakim Amir Maleek. If you haven't yet, I do encourage you to subscribe to this channel and remember to tell your friends to tell their friends. This has been The Couch Connect. Till next time, do take care. Kwaheri.